Can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Maybe it's me.
You can hear me now.
All good. Say again. You sound like a robot.
Yeah, the mic came out of the jack
Okay.
there, so I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So anyway, now we're back live Thursday night. Issues of going with live streams, that can just what can happen. So happy Thursday to everyone out there as we're ready to crack open some new beers for this week and birthday weekend for myself. So we'll see what happens. Birthday for Mal when she shows up, so we'll get around to that in a little bit. And Todd coming off a beer event last week, so we'll talk about that here in a second too. And we got Vanessa in the house. Cheers. And Todd, Rod and Todd Austin. Well, thank you very much. Great to have you as always. Audio for both. Yeah, mine went out. My cord came loose. Todd just wasn't saying anything. You could have heard Todd, but he's just like.
Well, could you hear me when I was talking to you, saying you couldn't?
I can hear you coming through fine. Yeah, yeah. So and I got Tater in the house. Cheers, my friend. Great to see you as always. Here from Vanessa and Tater. So everybody's saying hello there. But yeah, it's Thursday night. Poll question out there. Are you a person that drinks green beer? Yes or no? Do you look forward to it here in March? We got a 60-40 split right there. 60% no, 40% yes. So what about you, Todd? Are you a green beer person? Are you looking forward to that for St. Patrick's Day? Do you freak out the next morning like, why am I pissing green? Like,
I don't look for it, but I don't turn it down either if somebody's serving it. So it's like I don't go out to look for green beer, but I'm also not opposed to drinking it either. So
yeah, it's like it's beer, so
You're right. I'm like,
yeah,
food coloring, I'd assume, or I don't know, whatever. But it tastes like beer to me, so hey.
Which I think a lot of the green beer they do is probably like Miller Lite or something. It's got to be one of the macros. So yeah.
I feel like the ones that I've had mostly in the past been at like a little. We have like an Irish pub over in Louisville, O'Shea's, and so there's actually one on this side of the river now too. They do green beers and stuff, for that kind of thing, and it's usually Miller Lite or Coors Light or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Macro like that for sure. I'm trying to think if I actually really had any kind of green beer that was like a craft beer or something.
I don't think anybody want to waste that chance to ruin a craft beer.
No, I was thinking like it's Left Hand, but they've got the Irish.
Unless you're talking about a craft brewery making it, but it's not green on theirs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a craft brewery have like a green craft beer.
I don't think so. Outside of like a sour or something.
I just can't recall them actually doing it.
Technically, and even then, I'm not sure if I even can think of a sour that was green, to be honest with you.
Well, you get other colors with the sours for sure.
Yeah, you get a lot of colors, but green's not really one that I can think of offhand. Comes to mind anyway. I feel like that kind of just turns you away from it just by the looks of it, I guess. Maybe I'm not really sure.
Well, Todd's coming through good on my end, Vanessa. So maybe it is the earbuds, but if anybody else thinks Todd is low, let me know in the comments.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's everybody else hearing it?
There's Mal. Welcome, Mal.
Hi.
Hello. what is new with you?
We're
I don't know
lots of
about that
work,
look and that long pause.
Have you been
lots of work things. All
have
the
you been
work.
have you been drinking already today?
No,
La, la, la.
no. I've had what, two, I think, earlier. So I'm
Too
fine.
early. Yeah.
But no, honestly, we had that little bout of good weather, and we got our behinds kicked at work, and we're in high gear to get ready for summer because we got destroyed. So we made in 2 days what we normally make in a week in
Oh,
February.
that's good. That's good.
So
Yeah.
we got destroyed, and I have to catch up a lot on getting everything prepped for the crazy time that is coming. So
Yeah.
mostly that's been my life right now, is just trying to get everything prepared so we don't get destroyed.
It's bad and good all at the same time.
Right? Yeah. It's like a bittersweet experience there.
Yeah,
For sure. I
Yeah.
mean, we're happy to make the money, but whew, we have to turn people away every day. Like,
Right.
it's because we only have so many tables. I mean, I'm sorry, there's just only so much room that we have.
Right.
So it's always a fun experience when you have, lines of people waiting and no tables available, and everyone's like, "No, I'm just going to take my time. I don't care that they're waiting." So super
is what
fun.
it is, right?
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much. First come, first serve, man. People gotta chill, but
That's how it works out.
Like,
but
you want
yeah,
to
it's
get here,
gonna be a crazy summer for sure. I mean, especially with all the news that's covered our brewery and everything. A lot of people are coming out to support us, which
Good.
we're so grateful. We're super grateful that that's happening, but we can only seat so many tables. So we're doing what we can, and we will be as prepared as humanly possible. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun summer, I'll tell you what.
Interesting. It'll be good. So hopefully things pan out and keep getting that support coming out to Ravinia, right? So
Yeah. We're fighting the good fight and hoping for the best, and lots of things.
well. And now that Mal's here.
Turn around.
Oh, wait a minute, it won't do it there.
No, you lost your background. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's so cute. I love it.
There's no music with it. It's just a visual thing there. So
Oh, it's beautiful.
birthday to
yeah,
you.
I put it back there though. But it's funny that it's like our days are a day apart, which is funny. So yeah.
Not probably the same year though. I think I might have been a little earlier than you.
Yeah, I think so. Probably. So yeah.
I'm like
But
2 or 3 years older than you, right?
yeah, just a couple of years older. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Not babysitter older, but just older. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little older.
And I think Sholanda's is today, Afro Beer Chick as well. So hers was today. Yeah. She's also Pisces crew. And then one of the guys I follow with Instagram, Centric Styles, his was just recently too. So finding some good Pisces people out there.
When they came up with the line "drink like a fish," they weren't messing.
No. I mean, everybody can't hold that sign. Pretty much. Speaking of drinking, I'm going to crack open this Lagunitas Willatize because I'm getting through these still. So I make it sound like it's a chore, but it's really not.
I know.
It's just like, I still keep pulling these out of the fridge. They keep showing up. So I got to drink them. So.
Oh, poor baby.
Another one?
Poor baby.
I guess I'll drink it.
So that is what I am pouring into my glass. And if you guys want to share what you're drinking there, feel free.
Todd, you go ahead.
So I bought a mixed 4-pack yesterday, and my intentions was I was going to number them and let you guys just pick a number, and that's what I was going to drink. As I was popping them off the holder, one popped open, so I have no choice but to drink this one now. Because it just barely, like, it's not even really, it doesn't even look like it's open. It just started seeping out. So I don't know if the ring caught it or what happened. But anyway, this is from Fat Orange Cat. It's called Baker's Dozen Maple.
Maple. Ooh.
Nice.
I would read you what it says on the side, but I'm afraid let me pour some out first.
I think I've only had one Fat Orange Cat beer before. It's pretty tasty though.
Yeah, I've had them a couple of times and I've not been disappointed yet. So
She wants a Fat Orange Cat, but I don't think he was thinking about a beer when he said that.
I think this one might have like peppers, ancho chilies or something in it, if I remember correctly. Let me see. Since I can't really get it in the light here, let me shine it on. Yeah, chili pepper.
No.
So imperial stout with chili peppers, chocolate, cinnamon,
I was ready for it. You
vanilla, and maple syrup.
Yeah.
So, and they're out of North Haven, Connecticut.
Connecticut. Vanessa's turf.
Now 13%. So we're starting out light tonight. As
usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year's Willatize was only 12.4, so lighter than the previous ones. I think the last ones were like 13, but it's all right.
Like I said, my intention wasn't, unless you guys picked it, wasn't going to be to start with this one, but hey, it's what it is.
They're all going to the same place. They're all going to the same place, so you know. And what do you got, Mal?
So I was visiting Chu at his brewery, Liquid Love, which I'm wearing the shirt today.
Yeah, that's a nice shirt.
Oh yeah, I love this thing. It's cozy. But when I was there, two gentlemen stopped in from other breweries. One of them happened to be from Half Day Brewing Company in Lincolnshire, I believe. And they came with 2 4-packs. So that was super fun. So first of all, he found out my husband's name was Chu, and he told my husband that his name was Swallow, and Chu didn't even bat an eye. And he was like, okay, sure. Like, okay. And the guy's like, yeah, my name's not actually that. I was just messing with you. And she's like, oh, okay, sure. so yeah, that was fun. Awkward story. But I have the Half Day Brewing Company Lincolnshire Lager. It's a Czech style Pilsner, 5.25% ABV. And they use Czech Saz hops in that one. So
there you go.
Bready cracker, earthy, crisp, and refreshing is how they describe it. So super fun.
Nice.
This brewery is about, I'd say, 1.5 miles, 2 miles from Chu's Brewery. So they're pretty close together.
Oh.
And the guy came in he's one of the main brewers too. So, because I've seen him there before. But, ooh, pretty.
Oh, nice glass for it too.
Thank you.
Nice bubble action. Nice head.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a collaboration with Decadent Ales.
Decadent's pretty good. Yeah.
I see it now. I didn't see that when I was first reading it. Okay.
Ooh, that is surprisingly crisp and very crackery. So, yeah, they described it well. Nice. Easy drinking.
I was going to say, with Decadent can be a little pricey at times, I think, for some of their stuff. But taste-wise, they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that because there's so many breweries that are so flavorful now that I kind of caught up to Decadent and stuff, and you're not paying as much for them. So Decadent still has the name behind them now.
Mm-hmm.
It is true.
Let's see here. No green beer, but I shall make corned beef brisket. Well, there you go.
Oh, I should have brought the green. I have food coloring. I could have made this green.
Well, it's not. Well, we'll have another show before St. Patty's Day, right? When is it? Like next week will be before St. Patty's.
Yeah, it's true. 17th is St. Patty's.
Yeah.
So next week, yeah. Be next.
You make it green like they're going to do the river there in Chicago. So
actually, it's Sunday this year, right?
Well, there's a possibility I won't be able to make it next week. Because the owners are trying to find someone to work a tasting from. Well, I'll be late, but they're trying to find someone to do a tasting from 4 to 7 at a Binny's, and they haven't had any luck finding someone who's available. And I'm technically not, but I suppose I could do it and just be a little late here if they can't find anyone else. We need someone who can
Okay.
talk beer to be there. We can't just send in any random person.
Yeah,
So
well, you could. I wouldn't suggest it, but
no, I don't want to do that.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. Don't be like you. I'm just joking. You got to catch the jokes.
I've got myself and two other staff who I would trust. Well, three other staff who I would trust with that, and two of them aren't available, and the other one just does not want to do a thing like that. Like she knows her stuff, but she really doesn't want to do a tasting at Penny. She's uncomfortable with it, so it might end up falling to me. I don't know yet. So
who doesn't want to?
Well, that's when bribery comes in handy. If you do this.
You're right.
Well, I mean, normally I would have said yes to it immediately, but because it's a Thursday, I was like, I'm really not available, so I'm trying to find someone else. If I can't, I will have to cover it. And I'll just
I love you hold our live stream to such esteemed levels there.
Yeah.
No. I've been very clear with the owners that I am unavailable Thursday nights. Actually, Thursday nights at my brewery, it's our mug club. It's all of our regulars, like our mug club people, and half of them don't know who I am. I'm the GM, and they don't know me. Because I'm never there Thursdays. I'm always here, I'm unavailable on Thursdays. So it's a little awkward, and I know the owners aren't as happy about it, but I don't care because I had made a commitment before they ever asked me. So there we go.
Well, you should tell him, do like Chew does at his brewery, put it on the TV, and then you can be like, there she is. She's right there. That's why she's not here right now.
Live stream it.
I think the owners want to watch all their sports rather than watch me talk to people about beer.
I mean, it's Chicago. Who are they rooting for now? I mean, it's Chicago. They're kind of,
Oh no, they do all sports. It's ridiculous. Like we open early on Sundays for Premier League. We do cricket. We do like everything. It's.
You mean to tell me there's a population in Chicago that comes out for cricket?
That's what I was just thinking.
Premier League, I understand. I can understand that a lot of craft breweries do the Premier League, but cricket.
No, it's surprising. Like Highland Park actually has a large expatriate community. Like a lot of folks from Ireland and England living in town. So yeah, those. No one's really asked us for rugby, which makes me sad because I'd like to learn more about rugby.
I can see rugby before cricket. Like if you just said rugby, I'd have been like, okay, I can get that.
But no, we get requests for soccer and cricket all the time. Like it's pretty common for us. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever you guys want to watch, just tell me what channel it's on because I have no clue.
It's on the Ocho. It's on the Ocho.
But yeah, we have an awful lot of Irish and English folks living in Highland Park. So, and they're all mug clubbers. So, yeah.
Pretty soon you'll have darts and billiards will be doing too. So
we have steel tip darts in the back.
Well, I mean, to watch even on TV because I know like overseas, like that's big for them as well. So.
My mom was a professional dart player, so my dad was too. So I've seen my share of darts.
Watching pickleball and all that other stuff too.
Yeah. If they can have darts, I want to have jarts back. If you can do darts, why can't we do jarts again?
Exactly.
Because people throw them in the air over their heads and die. That's why.
I've seen people throw darts at people in the bar before too, but they still keep them.
True.
I mean, only if the person's being obnoxious. They probably deserved it.
You can stab with a dart just like a jart,
Yeah, but it doesn't go through skulls as easily.
No, but if you get the eyeball, you'll bleed out.
True.
Who gets hit in the head with a jar? If you don't see it coming down out of the sky and you're still standing there watching it, that's on you. Joe.
I think
it happened.
No, I know it has, and it does. But
it's like the person carrying 8 beers trying not to spill one. That's the one that gets hit with the jar. Yeah. Then when that happens, when you stab the beer carrying person, it's all over. It's all over. We can't have it anymore.
No, the party's over at that point.
Was it one that was nice and shiny, or was it one that was left out overnight from one weekend to the next and it was rusted as all hell?
Yeah, he's going to need a tetanus shot for that one. Oh, after drinking the stouts for a while, those lighter beers do go down fast. Yeah. What up, Ridge in the house? Rizopoulos, homie. What's going on, my friend? Up there in the Northeast. Todd's actually drinking a beer from close to you. He's got a little orange cat. No, was it fat orange cat, right? Yeah.
Fat orange cat. Yep.
Yeah.
Decadent.
Out of Vanessa State up there. Vanessa High Mal and Chew. Learning to wait your turn is important. Patience is a virtue. That's what they say. So, what's up, Zach? What's up, Rod, Todd, and Mal? Keto time. Drinking Booty, Body, and Diet Lion Mountain. What's Diet Lion Mountain? It kicks.
Sounds like a knockoff of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to think it might be an energy drink or something. Going to be talking like Biden or State of the Union soon. Let's go, man.
I don't know if anything can make you talk that bad.
Hey, Zach.
You are fake news.
Yeah, that is going on right now too. Counter programming at this point. Vanessa, hello to Zach. Vanessa, happy birthday. Well, thank you, Vanessa. I had to put on my alter ego. Emerson. My husband turns 49 in April. I'm hoping to ride to Plymouth base for lobster dinners at my oldest favorite spot. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Hey, what's up, Kettleheads? Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday.
Hold up. Math. How old's
Yeah.
Vanessa?
She's got a younger guy. We know she's a cougar.
Woo! I love it.
Would anything else surprise you about Vanessa besides that? Probably not. That's that doesn't surprise me at all.
You go, girl. I love it. Ooh.
Did you want to stream it to your channel, by the way? Just to ask you why.
Yeah, thank you. I came in late and I forgot to hit the thing on it.
But Kettlehead, make sure you check out Kettlehead. He actually does some grilling and some beer stuff over there too. So pretty good. He has a lot of shorts and stuff. So give him a shout out as well. Hey, Emerson. Emerson says, hey. Maybe I can't find any maple anything lately. You should be able to find some maple out of some of the Vermont breweries, although it is getting towards the end of the season where some of them might not be into the seasonal as much. But yeah, I would say up that way, like I'm gonna say it's Von Trapp is a good one to try to check out. They usually have some stuff up there. What's up, JT in the house? He's got a Maybach from Pipeworks.
Oh, Pipeworks makes a mean Maybach.
It was just Bachfest at Cincinnati. I don't know if you saw that, Todd, as well. But last weekend up in Cincinnati, they had the whole Bach festival. They had the goats out. Everybody was in the robes and the horns and all kinds of stuff, and they were having a good time. So
I want to go up there for that sometime. I didn't even realize it was last weekend. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered because I couldn't have gone anyway last weekend.
Yeah. Well, you had your own fun last weekend, so we'll talk about that here in a second too. So, hey JT and sound, you should be able to hear everything now. Was that earlier? That might have been earlier.
Might have been.
I must make up a bunch of stuffed manicotti tomorrow. Like she says, I must. Yeah. The common folk are calling for my stuffed manicotti, so I must make them.
If somebody has to, might as well be Vanessa.
Yeah, Utopia up there. Have you seen a Utopia this year? I know you were looking for it, trying maybe for Shane, but I think the ones that were coming through that I heard like $249, I believe. That's if you get it at the primary market. If it's secondary, you're going to pay up.
Oh, yeah.
Sparkly green. Oh, green. Some glitter.
I feel like ours around here was around 225-ish to 230 maybe.
Well, that's where it's supposed to be at, around that level.
Yeah.
It's just,
219 maybe. I'm thinking I saw some people saying, but I never saw it or never did I look for it either. So
yeah, it's like unless some other people get it, they're like they jack up the price. So
oh yeah.
Shout out to Craig in the house. Cheers, my friend.
Hi, Craig.
Happy Friday for Craig because he's already on Friday over there in the UK. Born at 18th Street Brewery, Soulful Abyss.
Ooh.
If there's a Black History Month brew. Yeah. Well, it was Black History last month, but 18th Brewery, 18th Street, they can't go wrong with them. They do such solid good beers. Yeah, I met their owner when I was at one of the Cincinnati Beer Fest because the guy that I knew that was a distributor, he distributed for them. So pretty cool cats.
All right.
Dave in the house, cheers. What is going on, my friend? Kids, I haven't been called a kid in a long time. I appreciate you for that, brother.
Happy birthday.
Of course, you think of kids, you only think of Scooby-Doo. Would have got away to if it wasn't for those kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Our kids.
Hello to Craig. I could do math with the tasting. You got to stop wanting to do math when people are drinking, Vanessa.
I don't know. That's when Jenny does her best math is when she's drinking. So.
Oh no, she's figuring out like the ABV versus BMI versus how much you can imbibe. Like that's pretty simple, right? If you're going to use that math.
Trying to find the SRM. People still try to do that. JT.
That's still a thing.
Cheers, JT. Hey, we got Drew in the house. Beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. Check out Drew as well. Drew's got the grilling channel too. But that's high beer for. High beer in front. You got beer for Ed. Got beer in front. Got beer all over the place tonight. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Craig. Hi, Kettle. You got a beer right there.
I got beer here.
Right here.
Beer in front. We got beer for breakfast. I got beer here. There's beer all over.
Beer all around.
Speaking of Dave, too, if you haven't checked out his new series he's doing on his channel, he's actually drinking a lot of Illinois beer. So he's got an Illinois beer series taking place. So,
nice.
Which a lot of tasty beers in Illinois. So it'll be a pleasant series for him to enjoy. Cricket is big in South Asia. Lots of South Asians in Chicago. So you got that contingent maybe too. Yeah.
Yeah, downtown there's a pub called Elephant and Castle, old Irish pub kind of style.
Been to it. I
love Elephant and Castle.
Good beer, great food. Yeah.
Like we actually considered it because it was so cute. It's just beautiful. But
yeah, that's like that's part of the hotel there, right?
Yeah.
Because we stayed in a hotel one time, and that was the restaurant downstairs.
I haven't stayed there before, but they always have rugby and cricket and soccer on all the TVs in there. So that's the first place I watched rugby, and I was just the very first time I saw hockey. One of my coworkers had it on his phone behind the desk because we were working retail, and he was like hiding his phone, but he wanted to see what was going on in the hockey game. And I was looking over his shoulder, and one of the guys got checked into the wall, and I went hee hee. And then someone else got checked into the wall, and I went hee hee. And I've liked hockey ever since. Ever since I watched them get checked into the wall and beat each other up, I laugh. I can't help myself. And when I first watched rugby, I had the same experience. I was like, oh my gosh, they're beating the heck out of each other.
Yeah. I tell you, you watch rugby, you should watch the women Australian football rules. It comes on like at midnight.
Oh man.
The women are rougher than the men, I think. I mean, I've seen some women just like pancake some of the other women, or just like some of the best stiff arms I've ever seen, like just laying people out.
I feel like that's the norm in most sports.
Yeah.
Like you watch women UFC like go at it, it's like, oh Lord.
Oh yeah. But when they started having professional women boxing, the women match was better than the guy match. They didn't dance around as much. They got in the middle and they just kept swinging until somebody went down.
Go. Bring it. Just bring it. Come on.
No, the women's MXC and stuff. Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Yeah. But yeah, some of those women Australian football players, I wouldn't mess with them, and I'm not a little guy.
MXC? No, MMC, right? No, what's
MMA.
MMA. That's MXC is that TV show with the Japanese game show, and they dubbed over it to be silly. That was a different thing. I said the wrong acronym, and I apologize.
BMX, that's bicycles, so yeah.
But I fixed it.
Let me see here. The metal jars my dad machine went through our boots pretty easy. Oh, he's put some extra work into the jars, then. Make sure they stuck.
They were outlawed in 49 states.
Australian rules rugby, fun stuff. Yeah.
I believe it.
Crazy hated Vanessa. Ever played a game of chicken with those jars? Everyone in the group chucks them straight up. And that's why we can't have good things, Vanessa.
Well, my sister and I used to throw them at each other. So instead of up, we were throwing towards the other person, and
Yeah.
that's not the best plan either. We didn't get hurt, but when our parents found out what we were up to, they took them away.
Yeah, they weren't fans. Well, did you guys ever do the game from Alien when you were a kid? Well, I don't know if you saw Alien. You ever see Alien? The mouse
Yes.
like looking around.
I
Actually, it was Aliens, the second one.
I don't know if I saw that. Maybe
when they grab Bill Paxton's hand and the android does the knife in between the fingers. Yeah, we used to do that kind of stuff back in the day too, but I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, like that, still got on my fingers. But yeah.
After Vanessa's comment, I feel like she's probably the reason they outlawed darts, and the picture was her and all her friends standing around looking up at the sky. They're like, this is why it's no longer acceptable to have anymore.
Playing that game with Vanessa and there's people like, walk it off. You'll be all right. Walk it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's merely a flesh wound.
It's like, we're not taking you to ER. You better deal with it.
That's right. Rub dirt on it.
The ER is 2 hours away. You're just gonna have to deal. You're fine.
Oh.
There's a garden hose over there. Rinse it off. You'll be all right.
Right? Plymouth, Mass. Yeah. Hubby is 13 years younger. Yeah.
Go, girl.
He could have been his babysitter. Might have been his babysitter. I don't know. Hello, Mrs. Robinson. I'm just saying. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, again, another whole new meaning.
Maple syrup season will be lacking this year. Was there a loss of maple syrup then? Like for maple? There might have been maybe
maple tree blight, perhaps.
Maybe. When Utopia does far, I'll try to get another in April. Oh wow, okay. Right. I tell you, if you're trying to get it to Shane, he'll come down for that. He's right, not that far from you.
He said he would. I thought he said that one night he would.
Yeah. 4 left at one location. Wow. Boomer kids. All these laws are because of our antics. Now, more would have shown up in the ERs that may never made warning labels.
Vanessa, you should buy another one of those and put it online and get all your money back.
Oh, you could do that with one of the Utopias.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oldest sister stomped on a bar, a metal hammock. Hook went in her heel. I was a designated medic. Oh wow.
Oh, ouch.
I will go up to Niagara. Oh, there you go. Go to Niagara.
Yay.
Go up to Niagara in July for the get together. You can see Mal and you can see
there you go.
Jane and Dave, everybody. You might even see me. You know?
What do you mean, Mike? Don't you give me that Mike stuff.
Still working on it.
And is it when in July?
Like July, is it 20th or something?
Third weekend of July, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's around the 20th something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can now cross link out. You got your passport, so you're good to go.
No, I got it in June.
Dave's over here playing Snoop Dogg. He's drinking a gin and juice. He's like, these are pretty good. yeah, they are.
He's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind.
See where Dave ends up as the night goes on, drinking those gin and juices. How we looking on the poll? 68% said no, 32% said yes, as far as drinking green beer in March. So that's where we're at, right? Yeah.
I mean, honestly, food coloring doesn't change the flavor.
No, but some people don't like the novelty of it, I guess, maybe either, or to hunt it down. It's a choice. Meh. Do you drink the green beer? You like the green beer around March?
So on St. Patrick's Day, I generally start at 8 a.m. drinking. And so I try to drink the lightest, shittiest beer possible because I know I'm going to be drinking until about 4 a.m. that night. So yeah, I'll drink the green beer because it's usually the weakest beer they've got. So if you're doing a 14-hour binge on St. Patrick's, well, yeah, I'll take the green beer. It's probably the safest one.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done a green beer. I don't think. Maybe back in college, a little bit after college, maybe, but I'm not usually somewhere where they have a green beer.
Yeah. I said I've had it a couple times, but
Chicago is inundated with green beer. Honestly, there must be a run on green food coloring during St. Patrick's.
Because
It's
the river
insane
changes
here.
too, right?
Every single bar has a beer that's green.
Yeah. What was I going to say there? Oh, let me just slide down here. Comments coming in. Crazy prices. Secondary market shows 400. Yeah, they will jump up on the prices for sure.
Yeah.
When people get their hands on it.
You can definitely buy one, sell one, and break even.
Yeah. I was banned from international travel due to illness for some decades. Oh, wow. Well, with all the medical stuff you had, yeah. Yeah, I guess because when you think about some of the illness, like some countries that we have an illness they don't have over there, they wouldn't be prepared for it. Ever drink a green beer with a side of frog legs, okra, and such?
I'm confused. People eat on St. Patrick's Day? Honestly, I thought it was just 16 hours straight of beer.
They eat corned beef, cabbage, corned beef and cabbage.
Oh, I missed that part.
Don't feel bad now. I'd be the same way. I'd be like, who eats what? Just get some.
I mean, I'm not saying they were all Irish, but I was in Cincinnati. The Irish pub would have kegs and eggs. So they would start out at 7 a.m. and you're having kegs of beer along with your eggs.
Yeah.
You got to get the sustainability of the body going. So you got to have something in there.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Sure.
It is a talent. It is a talent.
I got skills.
I feel like there's a story there. Holidays in Louisiana were fun. Yeah. Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah. Frog legs and green beer. Inspected food stores at
Talkeetna, Alaska.
Yeah, Talkeetna, Alaska at the radar base. Because he was a food inspector.
Mm-hmm.
He was proud of gallon of food dyes. Gallons. Every band red dye on the books. All those red dye numbers, something that we're just seeing our food stuff. Vanessa had it all. And Emerson says, Mal, I drink 20 straight hours on Patty's Day. Retailers that sell Pedialyte smile and nod.
You know, I've never tried Pedialyte. I've actually never had it before.
I've never had it before, but I know a lot of people that actually will do it.
Chu and I hit up the water and the Gatorade the next day. So, or, Gatorade, one of those kind of drinks, but I've never had Pedialyte. Is it good?
It's supposed to be good. I mean, as far as refilling the electrolytes or whatever in your body, I know a lot of people like to have Gatorade type stuff. There's other stuff out there now, but that's supposed to be like one of the top ones.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe we'll consider it for the future.
I've had a couple companies in the past send me like hangover drinks that you take like that one before you go out and then the one the next morning, and that seems to work well too. And they're like the same type of electrolyte thing. So,
cool.
There's all kinds of stuff out there. Keep you hydrated.
Happy birthday, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, so come sit down.
No, not tonight.
Yeah, tonight. How you gonna just do us like that? How you gonna do like that on our birthday weekend like that?
Oh,
that's wrong.
You're hurting my heart, man.
You can't come down for one. Come on now.
She is.
We're Pisces. We can't handle being turned down like this.
Nobody cares if her hair is wet.
I care.
Nobody cares.
No, Pisces can't handle this kind of shutdown. Like it's hurting.
Now Vanessa's asking for Shannon too. Like, come on, Shannon.
Listen, you should know I do not succumb to peer pressure.
I'm not talking beer. I'm talking beer pressure, not peer pressure.
That's beer pressure.
Mistaken that here. With a B, with a B.
With a B, not a P. What's up, Big Daddy?
Big Daddy.
I don't drink the green beer because it's always that's what we said earlier, Miller Lite. So he's shipping a Semay. Says Conte 10%. Nice. That's this. What is it? Is that the white one? I think that's the white label for that one.
I'm not drinking green beer because it tastes good. I'm drinking green beer because I'm drinking for 16 hours straight. So
So you're drinking Miller Lite. You're drinking Miller Lite all day. So
honestly, by the fourth or fifth one, I'm not going to taste any of them. I don't care anymore. So it's really not about the flavor at that point. It's about the party.
It's only 4 or 5 Miller Lights, so you can't be that ready yet.
Oh,
Yeah, right. More than that, yeah.
It depends on how fast I drink them. If that's the first hour, then I'm fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did see you shotgun before. Yeah, it might take you a while.
I don't shotgun on St. Pat's.
Don't do that, Rod.
Turn the knife. You didn't tell me. I didn't know. I'd never done it. I just had a little slit in there, and that wasn't enough for it to drain fast. That's not my fault. If you had given me the instructions properly, we wouldn't have this problem.
I mean, you drinking that shotgun, it was like, she's still going, folks. She's still going, folks.
If you had told me properly how to do it, we wouldn't have had this issue.
Well, why don't we go for redemption tonight? You got one you want a shotgun tonight? Kind of make up for it?
I don't have anything in the fridge that's shotgunnable right now.
You did chug better for Simo, though.
I chug often. I can handle it. I promise. But the beer would not come out of that can because I didn't know to turn the knife. There was no air letting in. If you had given the instructions proper, we wouldn't have this issue.
Oh, excuses. Anyway, Dave's in the house.
That's like the most important part.
Dave Snoop Dogg beer front.
Yeah.
Gin and juice. What's going on?
Nothing. It's actually pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. You got like a canned gin and juice. That's fun.
It's made by Snoop and Dre. They just came out last week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh, wow. Is it under the death row? Because he has that for the wine. Okay.
Yeah, so it's under them. It's made out of New York. They have like a 4-pack. This is passion fruit. The citrus was excellent. And they had like apricot and one other. And it was on sale. So I'm like, I'll try it. But I'm like, this is actually pretty good. I would drink this again.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think we've ever looked at really the ready-to-make cocktail drinks on here. So it's kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you definitely get like a little gin bite at the end. But, I mean, I like it for a change of pace. It's not bad. It's only 5.9%, so not too heavy.
Yeah. No, that's pretty light, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think it's some of the ones like Southern Tier does on their alcohol cocktail drink. They're like 8 or 10, I think, depending on which one you get. So, yeah. We put it in a smaller can because of the like I've had your other beers and you put them in a regular can and they're a lot higher ABV. So why are you going to try to do this one now? Yeah. It's like you're
concerned. You're not concerned.
Yeah. I was born during the day, but it wasn't yesterday. I don't know what you guys are trying to pull here, but it ain't working.
I just want to sell it for the higher price because it says a liquor on it. Relax. We all know what's going on.
So you're not going to sucker me, pal. No, but that does sound definitely interesting there. And I was about to ask Todd. So Todd last week actually attended Tailspin Beer Fest. So how was that? What did you think of it? You always go every year pretty much, but any new beers that caught your eye? Anything you found to be pretty tasty or?
Pretty much all of them, I guess. No, but it was good. Yeah, I mean, it was good. To me, I think it's nationally ranked like 6th or something, one of the best beer fests in the country, I believe.
Oh,
it's always a good time. Well, Shannon's here; she can talk because she was there too. But they have like they have a couple of bands that play, and then this year they had WC or Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW Wrestling. Going on during it, and then they do like a silent disco, and they also had some bourbon and cocktail tastings also.
Yeah,
it's hit and miss. They don't do it every year, but they did it this year. So, am I missing anything, Shannon? Of course, they have like some old time planes out. Since it is at the airport, they have some old time planes out there where you can walk up and go sit in or whatever if you want to. And
so they had it back in the hangar again for this one. Then I think one year wasn't not in the hangar.
It's still outdoors. They don't
outdoors. Okay.
Yeah, they got banned from doing it inside the hangars because somebody got butthurt and turned them in for being over capacity. So now they can't.
Somebody probably found charts and stabbed somebody, but that's a whole different story.
They do the axe throwing.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
And then,
That's the other thing. We could have axe throwing at bars, so we still can't get jars, but people can throw axes
right,
after being inebriated.
While you're drinking.
Yeah.
Let's see. Get your beers off.
Hey, they're just thinning out the gene pool. That's all.
We need some of that too. Yeah.
I can't think any off the top of my head that I'd be like, oh, gotta go try this one. I feel like there's.
Georgetown had something. I can't remember what they had, but I liked it.
Yeah. Some of the local breweries had some pretty good stuff. Like there's one that's called Butchertown. They're really like known for their sours.
Yeah.
It's like Shannon said, she's like, they had a really good one. They did have a really good one, but for the life of me, I can't think of what the hell it was now.
Did you have because I'm kind of intrigued since I just did a review on them recently in Lexington. Did they come over to it as well? Because they're not that far from it. Lexington Distilling.
I think they were there. And to be honest with you, I didn't get anything from them.
Okay. Because their milk stout was actually like they turned a corner, I think, in their brewing type stuff. So
yeah,
I was wondering if you tried anything.
No.
Yes, Against the Grain was there. Did you try anything from them or?
No, I didn't have anything from them either. I kind of tried to hit more of the breweries that I don't normally get a lot of the times. Not to say that I didn't hit a lot of the breweries. I mean, obviously, I hit a lot of the breweries that we've had stuff from. But
yeah. Well, you have 450. They came down, right?
No, 450 wasn't.
No, 50. Oh, they didn't come down. Three Floyds?
The only really Indiana breweries that were there, of course, Bell's is like a big sponsor for them. So Bell's, well, they're in Michigan, but not Bell's, but Bell's is a big sponsor for them, but not Bell's. What I was thinking of. Three Floyds was there.
Okay.
We got one here local that was there, and that was pretty much it. There was only like 2 or 3 breweries from Indiana that was there.
Did Three Floyds have that? They just put out a new canned cocktails this week, like a vodka soda thing. Were they serving that up?
I didn't see it. No,
right.
I think so.
Yeah. Their zombie ice has been getting some pretty good action.
Yeah, they had that one. They had that one on. They had that one there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what if I'm missing somebody that was there. I think that was it. Yeah, 450 wasn't. I think it has.
So did 18th Street come down? 18th Street didn't come down for it. Wow.
I feel like there's something to do with because they don't distro in Kentucky, so I don't know if it's a licensing thing where they have to get like a special distribution license.
Yeah.
For the month or whatever.
But the event's in Indiana, right?
It's in Louisville.
Oh, it's in Louisville. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. That's what was throwing me off. Like, how's it know Indiana people? I thought it was in Indiana.
No,
could you say that again? Because where is it?
Louisville.
Not Louisville.
Louisville.
It depends on the day. I say it different every
Did we
single
have this conversation already? She was going to hit me
You're not
with a
even from
stick
here,
if
so
I said it
that's
wrong, and you
different.
can't say it right. What is going on?
I say it.
This is what happened when Shannon's not there to correct him. Yeah.
She was standing there behind camera with a stick, ready to hit me if I said Louisville wrong. Oh, how are you allowed to say it wrong?
Because I'm from here.
At least he didn't pronounce the S. He didn't say Louisville. So
You didn't say Louisville.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Jeez.
Some people do say that though. That's weird. Everybody that even lives here says it different. There's not one person saying.
He can, just like some of the Illinois people will sometimes slip up and say Illinois. He might mess up and say.
No one from here slips
No one
up
says
and
Illinois.
Yeah, I don't think even that one I don't put an S on either.
In fact,
I don't know.
that's Illinois. We have full rights, according to state law, to slap them.
No, I have heard it on like a broadcast of basketball, and they call them, Illinois.
Illinois Illini.
Yeah. Illini from Illinois.
I may have to get up and leave this table. I don't even know who you are right now.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm thinking there could be a distribution thing where that licensing. The only reason why I say that is because we've had some distros here for like 30-day that wasn't from here. They
Okay.
said they're allowed to distro it now in the stores for the month because they did like a beer fest or something up in Indy or something. I feel like it was Modern Times or something years ago. I think maybe we might even get them now, but so I'm not really sure what the actual rules are on that. But
So it's in Kentucky was through my thinking off, but you had like West 6 was there
Yeah,
Probably.
all the
Did you get Braxton to come down? Did they come down for it too? Or
actually, Ryan Geis was there.
oh, Ryan guys came down. Okay.
Yeah, they had like a big kind of van type. They probably had 7 or 8 taps that you could choose from.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they've had a pretty good setup there for the last 4 or 5 years that I can remember anyway.
What's that usually run to get in?
So they do a VIP, which we missed out on. Now, my brother-in-law, Shannon's brother, him and his girlfriend got VIP tickets, and it was, I'm thinking that was $85,
Right.
but you get in an hour early. You get in
Yeah.
an hour early from the general admission, so you get 5 hours total of beer drinking. Plus, you get like some extra swag that you get also,
Yeah.
and then you get like a voucher for one of the food trucks. I think it's like a $15 voucher or something.
Oh, okay. That's not
So
bad.
it kind of pays off because you get the extra hour. By the time we got there in that hour, our brother was already feeling pretty good. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm almost ready to go. I've already been through them all. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of.
A lot of the breweries will bring a special pour for the VIP hour too. They don't necessarily do during the rest.
Yeah.
And then Dave, the general admission was, so we did general admission. It was $50,
All right.
which isn't bad. And
There
it's
you go.
4 hours. It's still 4 hours. So.
Yeah.
So VIP got in from 2 to 7, and general admission was from 3 to 7.
Okay.
So, and of course that includes like your little commemorative shot glass or taste and drink. This year, usually it's like a plastic or a glass, and this year it was like a tin metal little contraption looking
Oh,
thing.
cool.
It's kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And then WME had Shannon keep in charge of our drink, and I don't know where they went to, so I don't have it, or I'd show it to you. I was like, what happened to our glasses? And she's like, I don't know. I probably left them on the bus. Why do you need those anyway? I'm like, because why not?
Yeah. They make nice Christmas ornaments. Yeah.
Their,
hang 'em on the tree.
their memorabilia. She's always trying to kill your collection
I
and stuff.
know.
Yeah.
She,
You can make little candles out of those. You could do everything.
exactly. And
She's
then
not always.
the VIP members, they got gold ones. We had silver ones.
I like the
Yeah.
idea of making Christmas ornaments out of them though, because I have a ton of those tasting glasses, and
You totally could.
oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah,
The
you
idea
definitely
of
could
making,
do
like
that.
Christmas ornaments. That would be cute as heck.
There you go. Get the drill out.
I mean, Mal,
some holes in those.
You are the craft person here. I mean,
Yeah. I'll have a Christmas tree of those tasting glasses. this
Yeah.
Gosh,
Christmas.
dang it. There was one beer that I was wanting for sure. We got it, but when we got in line or got up to it, the guy was like, "What's left in the nozzle or in the tube is all we got left." Like they pretty much blew it. So
Mm.
there was like 3 pours left, so we got like the last of it. And it was a brewery in Lexington. I can't remember what the hell the beer was. Now, and you guys will probably have heard of it. I'm gonna have to look it up now because
Got the remnants. It wasn't Country Boy.
No, it wasn't Country Boy. Let's see. Hang on. I'll tell you because they still have their beer list on there.
Oh, I do that. I'm gonna crack open another beer.
Might take me a
Barrel.
minute for it. But
Great
Oh, there you
Lakes
go.
Barrel Aged Blackout Stout.
Nice.
It's so funny. So this beer, I bought this. I don't know if I mentioned this before. When I got like 3 of them, but I ended up getting to place, and he was like, to buy one of these, it was like $6 or like that and everything, I think. But if you got like the 4-pack, it was like 29 or 30 or something. And I'm like, well, I just get the 4, like, get the single. Like I told him, I was like, because I knew the craft beer manager, I'm like, this is weird. Like the singles are less and they should be at or more than getting the whole 4-pack. And he's just like, nobody ever really does the math on them half the time anyway. And I'm like, oh, all right. I mean, it just makes sense. I just buy them this way. So, but I'm like, you're screwing yourself out of some dollars, but But if you haven't had this beer, because I got the review that'll be coming up for it, it is a fantastic one. But Great Lakes does fantastic things anyway. So if you ever had the Blackout Stout, that was great for them to bring it back. But to bring back the barrel age, this one 12.5% ABV, and it is well worth, as Dave would say, putting in your cart. So there you go.
Yeah, everything Great Lakes puts out is fantastic.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
You
the
can't go wrong with
brewery was Ethereal Brewing.
Oh, they are. They do some good stuff. Yeah, ethereal.
And
Yeah,
their big
or
beer that they had,
ethereal.
and their big beer that they do, which they had, is Baba Yaga, which is a Russian Imperial Stout, and it was like 13%. So they do like a release once a year, and I think it was about a month ago, or maybe it's towards the end of the year, so maybe it hasn't happened yet this year. It's kind of that time frame where you can't remember if it was at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, but they do a release where they have a bunch of different variants of it and everything.
Yeah, they are a brewery worth picking up if you come across their beers for sure.
Mhm.
I couldn't think of it. It's like, it just went out of my head, but I knew what it was. I was like, yeah. So that was probably one of the better beers because, like I said, that was the last one. We got probably just an ounce or two, maybe if we was lucky.
Yeah.
You know how those, you know how that is, Rodney. Most of those you go to, or y'all probably know as well as you pour. You know, some places you go to, they'll give you a full glass, and you got like, well, I don't want that much, and some of them just barely even just give you enough just to give it a swallow, and you're like, hold up, I want a little more than that, but you know.
Yeah, it's funny. The one when I went to the one here, they had some of the higher ABV stuff, and it's like, they're like, "What do you want? Like a half or a full?" I'm like, "Dude, look at me. Do you think I want a half?" Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, I can handle it. I'm good to go. You know, it's
Yeah,
like you're like already.
John Belushi and the Blues Brothers. Yeah, keep it coming.
You know, I tried that same sentence, dude, look at me. Do I really want a half? And they don't listen.
And then they also do a barrel aged tent, so where all the beers there, just nothing but barrel aged beers. So pretty much anything 12% and above. So yeah, that's
So you got a chance to try some of those then too when you're there.
Yeah.
Nice.
How are the
Usually
lines for that?
It's kind of on the way out, so usually it's at the end of the night, and I'm not sure that's always a good time to do it, but it's usually like there's nobody there, so it's just usually to walk up and just grab whatever you want.
All right, cool.
So.
Yeah, not the ones you want to be chugging on the way out.
Yeah, right, exactly. I remember last year we stood there probably for 45 minutes just because it was about the exit, and we were like, we'll just stand here and drink these beers, and it was all the barrel aged stuff. It's like, okay, I think I drank 10 times the amount in that 30 minutes than we did for the other 3.5 hours.
Let me see here some of the comments here. Vanessa says hello to Big Daddy. She was trying to get Shannon to come in and sit down, but Shannon refused and turned us down on that. Craig says, I'm hurt. Why are you hurt, Craig? Why are you hurt, my friend?
See, I should have told her she was in the comments and she might have been like, okay.
Yeah, she'd like get her hair all dried up and everything came on. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe Craig's doing Johnny Cash right now. I don't know. Pour pressure thumb screws if needed. Peer pressure, right? Yeah. Green label. Oh, it's the green one for that one. Okay. They're color coded with the Chimay ones. I want to order that shotgun thingy for the cans. I have it on my Amazon list. Shotgun. Oh, for the piece that you put in, it opens the hole big enough so you don't take as long as Mal to do a shotgun. Gotcha.
Hey, again, if you had taught me how to do it correctly, I wouldn't have had this problem. If you don't give instructions, what do you expect?
You got to remember, I'm a Gen Xer. Our whole thing was like figure it out when we grew up.
Well, I couldn't figure out it would go wrong until I tried it, and then I realized, hey, this is going wrong. Something's wrong.
You know, it's funny because
you're literally walking me through this shit. Are you kidding? I was too drunk to hold a knife, and you made me do this. Shut up.
Didn't they have YouTube videos on how to do this?
Didn't you hand you the knife?
Yeah.
So you can't be mad at me.
Downstairs.
He's like, you're okay.
Teaching. He had nothing to do with it.
It's funny because I was going through my stuff earlier, and occasionally it pops up to show you when you scroll through your YouTube app on the phone. It'll pull up some of your stuff. That has 3,200 views on that reel of you doing the shotgun.
Jesus Christ. You're such an ass.
People just wanted to see you do the shotgun. That's all.
If someone had just told me how to do it right, I wouldn't have had that problem.
I didn't realize the hole was too small, Corey. I didn't know that. I wasn't there. It was all virtual. So it's harder when it's virtual. You lose something. Yeah. But yeah.
That's what he said.
Let me see here. Some of the pre-mixed cocktail drinks are fun. Yeah, nice and easy too. No cleanup, no mess, anything like that. I just saw the gin and juice at the Jules. I'm going to get it, Big Daddy said.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if they still have it on sale, but they had it on sale last week, so I got an 8-pack for I think $14.
Yeah, because you guys are all in the same circle there in Chicago too, so that makes nice.
I just thought of one also. So Floyd County Brewing Company, which is in New Albany, Indiana, they have a breakfast stout, which is, I won't say the name of the brewery, Rod, but you know, better than theirs, way better than theirs.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
It's like 12.5% or 12%, something like that. But oh man, it's really good. So
And it's less it's less
They do-
racist.
They do that one. They do that one once a year, and it's like, I think this year might be one of the best ones they've done so far. So
Nice. That's the thing. There's so many ones that are out there. It's like at one point, you know, when all happened, I stopped drinking Founders. It was like, yeah, but I don't even miss Founders now, really.
No.
You know, so
There's an awful lot out there.
there is. Mal, you Ricky. I waste 10% alkaline water, can pure oxygen, stacks of caffeine with painkillers, and general patent on audio. I get back in the game on the 18th like a champion.
Okay, a rookie for shotgunning doesn't mean I can't hold my own in general. I'm just saying. I no one ever showed me how to do it.
One company's Jello shots are quite fun. Suck and slurp. Yeah, worst place for Jello shots that I've ever found is on a golf course. So we used to have a golf outing every year at one of my old companies.
yeah, that's
And people would bring Jello shots. It's hard enough trying to find your ball at some point. You're like, oh, there's my ball. Nope, it's a Jello shot container. Oh, there's my ball. No, it's a Jello shot container.
okay, that's a bad idea. Yeah, that's a bad idea.
And you're like, just drop a ball. We'll hit it from there at this point. So 2024. What's up, JV? Like the year before, no curtains. There you go. Gonna keep riding into 2024. That's the style. It keeps pouring down rain here. You got a storm coming up that way through there. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, I believe, or Saturday. Hey, JV, Todd has forced the AI to remake his green screen to perfection. There you go. Blake wants to know if they had midget wrestling, LOL. So they did midget wrestling when they had the wrestling there?
They were supposed to have one midget, and me and my brother-in-law was talking about this, and they didn't. Or I think actually my cousin Pat may even mention also, but we never did see the midget was supposed to be there wrestling, but or short person. I guess little person.
Little person. I think that's the term that's okay now.
Yeah, the little person. It wasn't there, so I don't know if we just couldn't see him or her, whichever the case may have been, but we didn't see him.
How do we know it's the okay term? Was there a meeting and they signed off and they came up with the agreement? Like, okay, we're going with this one. Like,
no,
we just making assumptions.
Where no one complained about it. That's what I'm going off of. The most recent thing where no one was like, rebel, you know.
I saw the one comedian, I can't remember his name, but that's his stature, and he made a whole bit about it, like about people trying to call him little people. He's like, I'm not a little person, I'm a mid. Like he was just stuck on that's what I'm going with, and that's who I am type thing.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I mean, honestly, if someone corrects me and says I want to be called this, I'm like, okay. I don't really care. Whatever you want to be called. Yeah.
Like, yeah, tell people, don't you call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
right.
I'm not overly picky. If someone has a preference, whatever.
JV says hello to Vanessa there. And that's chucking down tavern down the street in Algon, Massachusetts. Yeah, there's a lot of spots around the country, I think, that have now the Axe bars you can go to. JV doing good. You guys tried No Curtains IPA? I heard it's not much to it. That's pretty funny, JV. Oh, that's awesome. Glad to hear. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff right there. Oh, my recent blood work shows a messed up kidney function test.
So,
oh,
yeah.
there!
It's like a day in the
girls also, so you know. There you go.
it's like a day in the wild, and the guy's out in the bushes, and they're like, they do exist. He's whispering, so they don't know he's there.
I was there in person. They are not a green screen. I have seen them like in person. I have witnessed. I even went over. I said, "Can I touch the curtains?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I went over and touched them. They're like, "They're real. They're real. They're really here.
They do exist.
They do exist."
Take a selfie in the curtain. There you go.
Actually, we did take. Chu and I took a selfie with the curtains, but we couldn't put it up because Chu was in it.
Oh, my recent blood work shows a messed up kidney function test. I reminded them that I passed kidney stones December and ended. Oh yeah, you're probably still recovering from that, I would think. I've never had to pass kidney stones, but I've had friends that had it. It's not a pleasurable experience from what I've been told.
No, it's unpleasant to say the least.
They say for a man, it's like that would be like the most pain close to a woman having a baby, I guess. So I don't know if that's fully true, but I know it's painful.
This size is
I've heard
similar. Yeah, I would have to frickin' agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little hole that's got to get out depending on how big the stone is, I guess. I don't know. But it's not a person. It's not a person. Don't get me wrong.
How long the tubing is. Yeah.
And how long the tubing is, too.
True.
Well, as soon as you pass one that's 8 pounds, let me know about it, okay?
I don't know, but I've heard women say that it is worse than having a child.
Dave said the tube, and it made me think with my mind, because my mind goes places. So I started thinking of Scotty, like on Star Trek. He's like, I'm stretching it all I can, Captain.
I'm going to grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Okay. There's some cell in the body that's basically Scotty from Enterprise. So there you go.
No, I had a coworker who said something to so he had an abdominal, it was like a flu, but it was really bad. Like he was in a lot of pain. And when he came back to work and was more or less healthy again, he said, I have to imagine this was exactly what you ladies go through. And I'm like, I'm sorry, do you have this every 28 days and have to go to work while it's happening? I don't fucking think so. So think twice. No. Sorry. Yeah. I said, I appreciate you. I care about you. I'm telling you, never, ever, 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 ever say this to a person with ovaries ever. Ever. Yeah. What you just said was the wrong thing to say.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
It's like I grabbed it at the right time. What'd I miss?
Just a coworker of mine had an abdominal issue, a flu kind of thing, and he came in saying that he assumed it was just like what women go through monthly. And I explained to him to never ever say that ever to any other human who has ovaries.
Were there any other guys that were around when he said it? Because I could just see them being like, yeah, you don't want to do that.
There was one other male in the space, and he just put his head down. Like he just went, nope.
Yes, what
he
we
just
do.
disappeared as soon as, and I was like, no, you don't, no, you're gonna stop right now. I appreciate that you're not married and you don't. No, yeah. we're Xing this out at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, the other guy's like, that guy, I'm not with him. I'm not with, just so you know.
that was the general consensus of the other person.
Yeah.
Poor choices were made.
Oh, they were definitely. So what beer do you?
I will count this as forward momentum. Yeah. It's fine.
It's a learning moment, yes.
It's a learning moment, yeah. I mean, he's older than me and should have known better, but that's besides the point.
Has anybody else felt like corporate culture has kind of changed? Because I hear always people like, oh, it's a teaching moment like that. No, it's still a dumbass moment, but now we're trying to dress it up like this person wasn't a dumbass. Like this whole thing, like back when we were younger, somebody would just be called a dumbass. It was like watching that 70s show. Now you can't do that anymore. Everything, like how many teaching moments do we have to have before people know what the F to do around here, right? So.
Right. Yeah. So yeah.
Like, haven't you seen enough dumbasses before you?
It's okay. Like I said, forward momentum happened, and it will be fine. The world will be a slightly better place now.
Yeah. Slightly.
I just cracked open a
Slightly.
Moore's. This one's pretty good from Moore's.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
their
I've
Pilsner.
heard about them. Nice.
Moore's, they had a couple, so I went to Binny's yesterday and picked up a lot of stuff from Illinois. Oh,
As in
more
them?
brewing company from Illinois.
Yeah.
Very good.
Woohoo.
That's where I'm
Yeah.
getting a drink next. So
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was talking about the same one.
Yeah, but no, this one's pretty good. They're Pilsner.
Yeah. No,
We
I've
get-
heard a
we
lot
get
of good
there.
things about their brewery. Well, it's Moore's, not Moore, but Moore's,
Mhm.
the black brewery, MOR apostrophe S.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, no, this is also
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Moore is really good. Which
Oh.
one do you have
Yeah.
there, Todd?
This one is Best Kept Secret,
Okay.
double IPA, double dry hopped IPA. So
Yeah.
that'll be the next one on deck. But
All right.
Nice.
Are you still drinking
I
the
didn't-
first
I didn't
one?
hear you say
For me?
the Moors.
No,
Yeah.
Todd's still drinking the cat. You still
I'm
drinking the
on-
cat?
Done.
Okay. Mal, what are you doing over there?
No, it's the same one. I haven't finished it yet.
You had like a 5% beer.
I fucking pre-gamed. What did you do?
Yeah.
For a game too, you should be on your third one by now. So
Yeah.
you know.
Dude,
What did you-
this is beer 3 for me. What's
Yeah.
your problem?
I mean, I had to work earlier, so I couldn't drink until after work. But yeah,
Not my problem.
I could pull some whiskey and catch up with you if I
I
need
mean,
to.
this is my third beer too.
But come on, Mal, it's a birthday weekend. Get with it, girl.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
pre-gamed. I was drinking before I ever got on here.
He had 2 beers. That's not really pre-game, and that's not even out the tunnel yet. That's just like
I didn't
warm
tell
up.
you
Kinda like
the
warming
fucking
up.
That's like
percent
stretch. That's like the pre-game stretch. That's not even
Yeah.
pre-gaming.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that one of them was a 14%, did I?
Was one of 14%?
It was.
Because you didn't tell me if it was.
Nope, it was,
Okay.
Mexican
how big was this
chocolate
one?
patio napper from Liquid Love Brewing Company, and it's
Ooh.
14%, and it's fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
Did you
love
shotgun
that
it?
beer.
What'd you say?
Did you
What?
shotgun it?
Yes. I mean, it was kind
You
of.
know, if I do ever decide to shotgun again, at least I fucking know how to do it now. Unlike 2 dumbasses who couldn't tell me the proper way to do it. Just saying.
Maybe you're more of a funnel person. Have you ever done a funnel? Have you done you've never done a funnel before? Do they still do the funnel?
No,
Yeah.
I enjoy beer. I don't
Who's
generally,
the-
shotgun or.
Was it
chug beer.
it might have been by you. Was it the Orioles last year? They had a home run celebration and I think it was the beer funnel, but obviously there wasn't beer because they were playing
Yeah.
the game, but they kind of put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, it was like water or something they would shoot down,
Yeah.
but it was a funnel they would actually do.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it was the Orioles or another team, but they
It was
said, no.
Orioles.
Yeah.
It was Orioles. Yeah, because I think they got the chance to bring it back. So I think they were still doing it even up to when they lost in the playoffs. But yeah, when they get like a home run or something. So yeah. We could get a funnel for Mal, so Mal could do a funnel. Mal might be more of a funnel type person. Just let it rain. Let it rain. That's what the funnel. You don't have to worry about it. Just comes right at you.
Now, is that the thing where someone holds the funnel up top and you have the little tube?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah, and you kind of have no choice. You either drink or drown, I guess.
Yeah.
That's never been a hard decision for me. Drink or drown? That's a pretty easy one, honestly.
or you end up soaking wet. I guess that's the other alternative also.
Put your Pisces skills to the test with that one. JV said 3 Floyd, did they brew a Pink Floyd tribute beer? Not that I'm aware of, but that would be kind of an interesting thing if they did. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm surprised that they don't actually.
Yeah.
Louisville, Todd better be glad Shannon didn't hear him say it wrong, right? Yeah.
Too bad. What?
Louisville, one
Louisville.
syllable.
Hey, when you work there, you hear people say it in all kinds of different ways.
Ooh.
No, I don't have no.
I'm going to start calling it Lou.
He says in the office, they're like, "Oh, he's on the other side of the state line. He's Indiana boy." They let Todd get away with it.
Or else.
he just drives in for work.
I just pay the stupid tolls to get over.
Yeah.
On that side of the
JT says, "So my ancestors came from Louisville." JT,
How close are you to Evansville?
About an hour and 45 minutes.
Well, okay, because I have kin in Evansville.
Okay.
ah,
Maybe an hour and a half, depending on how fast you're driving, I guess.
All right.
I gotta go get one.
Okay. Top 850 to get in and drink $500 worth of beers. Winning. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Absolutely, JV. Absolutely.
Speaking of Shannon killing Todd's collections, he must have collected curtains at one point in his life. It's amazing.
I swear when we go to change these, we're boxing them up and they're going. We might send like some to JV, some to Vanessa, and just cut them up for whoever else wants them.
It's kind of amazing how long the curtain game has been ran on this channel. Like just about the curtains. It's been a good amount of time.
Now I feel like, damn, maybe we should have changed those a long time ago because they've been up here for a while now. So.
A liquor store north of here decorated a Christmas tree with every nipper bottle imaginable. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, using them as your ornaments. Cool, said JV. So he's saying drunk people don't do math. LOL. They try to do it, but they don't always do it right. It depends what kind of math they're trying to do.
Unless you're Shannon, then when you
Right, Jay, there's something we said, we're left alone.
Yeah. Well, Mal went to get a beer. I think Todd might be getting one. Or Todd's got a beer. I don't know what Todd's doing. He might be.
I'm rinsing my glass out so I can.
Did you get your shipping notification yet, Rod?
I didn't get anything there so far.
All right. I'll text you tomorrow because I got mine.
Did it arrive and everything, or you got?
No, I got the shipping notification.
Okay,
but I'll let you know what it is. I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you came through something different because the person I was dealing with was, like you said, the beer manager for him, but I haven't heard anything back from her, so I don't know.
Okay,
so here's the can for that.
Now you're ready for more. Best kept secret.
Yeah, that's the name of it. And this was Citra and Vic Secret. Comes in at 8.3 ABV.
Vanessa's a queen of math. If we're going to be correct. Timestamp 7:50. Am I off by that much? I'm not off by that much. That's 21 minutes. There you go.
Better than usual.
Better than usual. I feel like a good live stream is where you got to keep up on comments. You got to keep catching up because that means a lot of people are commenting, which is great. Yeah, Great Lakes, awesome brewery up in Cleveland, and 12.5 ABV, barrel aged blackout stout. The regular blackout stout, tasty as it is, but the barrel aged just brings in a little bit more to it, a little bit more of a different layer and a level. So I feel like.
Dave, have you had this one?
I haven't had that one. They have a lot of different stuff that come. They're kind of like Hop Butcher. They have a lot of stuff that hits the market. That one I haven't had, but everything I've had from more has been really good.
So we get them here, not like on a regular basis, but every month or maybe one drop a month or something like that. But everything I've had from them has been fantastic.
If you like sours, they put out one, I think it's like late summer. It's a mango sour, and they use like tahini chili powder in it. Oh. God. Wow. That's good.
I'll have to look for that one.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, if it comes down this way.
Yeah. Or if it comes out, let me know. I could get you some when it comes out, but that's like fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, because I'd like to try that one. I was thinking, it's like I was pouring it and I could just smell it, just like the aromas was just like hitting me. I was like, I didn't have to get close to it to smell what it smelled like. I was like, oh.
You dropping weight, Todd?
I was, but I probably gained a little bit.
Right.
You know, although I don't. Well, maybe probably since the last time you've been on. You've been on for a while, so
yeah.
But thank you. But I have in this past year for sure.
Okay.
Oh, that non-alcoholic beer.
I wish. That would probably keep me from being next to nothing, I would say.
You see Shannon like, what is this in my fridge?
Yeah, right. You know, we bought some NA beers for a friend of ours when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Still sitting down in our basement. So it's been like she's going on like 3 now. I think her third 3-year birthday is coming up here in a couple months. So it's like, I should probably just throw those out by now, but they're NA, so who cares? It's basically like flavored water anyway. So
cook brats in it or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just noticed Mal is trying to pull out a big gun, it looks like here. So what do you got there, Mal? Because that bottle's almost big as your head.
Uh-oh.
Well, I've actually been saving this for just about a year. It's from Hubbard's Cave, which is also Unine Brewing in Niles.
Oh, yeah. It's a good. I've had their stuff too.
This is their Hubbard's Cuvée V2. Actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't a year. We bought this in 2020. So this one's been going for a little while. I've actually been saving it for my birthday. Like I put it in the fridge ready for all this.
Are you gonna open it up too?
It's a cuvee, so it's two of their things. It's Accident and Hubbard's Cave Imperial Stout, aged 26 months in a 4 Roses barrel.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
Say no more.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did. It's a barley wine, aged 37 months in Woodford Reserve and double oak barrels. And it's a quad with aged 24 months in a Heaven Hill barrel, all blended.
What?
Mm.
I've been looking forward to this one for several years, and I'm kind of excited to actually bust it open. And you can see it took me a little longer to open it because it's the wax coating top. So
Those are always fun.
You
Yeah.
got smell-o-vision, so we could just get a whiff of that.
I was gonna say.
I know, I wish, right? But I've been really looking forward to busting this one open for a while. So I kind of set it aside just for my birthday this year, and I'm busting it tonight. So
All right, well, cheers.
Ooh. Yeah, very nice.
And how mad is he going to be if you don't?
I've actually got the Hubbard's Cave French toast here. I got to drink that.
Oh, that one's really good. I like that one.
Yeah, 12% ABV, I think. So I haven't used my sounds at all much tonight. Yeah,
that is almost as black as my soul.
Yeah.
It says 11% for ABV, but I'm willing to bet it's a little higher now, and that head is completely gone immediately.
I feel like if those blends, it should be higher than that.
Holy shit balls. Okay. There was a lot on the nose. I'm sorry. That surprised me a little. Because you have the Saison, you have that tartness, a little bit of not vinegar, but almost like dill on the nose, even though it's probably not in the flavor. And then you have this crazy other side that's all like chocolate and coffee. So there's a lot happening in that right now. Ooh, all right. Cheers, everyone. Happy birthday, Rod.
Happy birthday. Cheers.
Birthday.
Yeah, that's my name. Rod. Yeah,
Sorry.
Rod. I'm Rod. Yeah, it's my birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah.
I get tripped up. Sorry.
Maybe I need to pull back up again just to remind Mal, just so she remembers.
The barley wine took over, so the flavor is more on the barley wine side, and it's like, deep dark fruits that have rotted into this composty loveliness in the Saison style. I just, it's so pretty, and then you have a chocolate back note on it.
Gotta leave it up there. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Jeez, that is so. Oh God, if I finish that bottle, I'm gonna be falling off my chair. Because
You're
there's
gonna
no way
finish
that's 11% anymore.
There's no quit, so you're gonna finish it.
I'm feeling the warming. This is sitting at least 14 to be getting that kind of warming on it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay.
I would think just in those different barrels, it'd be that anyway.
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah, that's gonna kick my ass before the show's over. I'll tell you what. I should have waited a little bit before I opened it.
I feel like you probably ought to pour just a little smidgen for Chew when he gets home.
Oh, he'll get to have some. There's no way I can drink through all of this and that before.
But we're gonna find out and see.
Wow. Yeah, I mean.
I'm sorry. Did you want me to shotgun this bottle?
How big is the bottle? Is it 25.4 or whatever?
No, it's 750 milliliters.
Okay.
So
I live in America. That means shit to me.
1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces.
It looks like it's bigger than 16.9 now.
No, 1 point and 9.4 ounces. So
okay. So it is 25.4. That's what I thought before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was funny because you saying 1 point. I thought you meant 1 pint.
1 pint.
But you sound like you said 1 point. But I know you sound like you said 1 point there. So yeah.
There's plenty of it to go around. Chew will have fun. And actually, by the time he gets here, it will have warmed up a little. And I think the flavor is going to completely change once it warms up a little bit. Because
Yeah,
like we
he's
have it
watched.
in the garage, but it hasn't been as cold lately. So, you know, yeah, as it sits in the room, this is going to totally change flavor.
He's probably like rushing through cleaning up now if he's watching. It's like, she cracked that open. I'm not even there.
He's
Yeah.
watching
But
on the
it shouldn't
TV.
have-
Fuck.
Actually,
She
yeah,
opened
he
it.
probably-
Son of a bitch. I gotta hurry up. We're closed.
He's
like,
probably like, damn. He's probably like, damn you, Rod. Damn you,
Last
Rod. I
call.
was supposed to have that beer. I was supposed to have some of that.
Well, that's what he said last time when I popped open a really strong beer. He's like 12%. I'm on my way home now. He was like, oh hell no.
So I feel like any minute,
Mm.
or not any minute, but in the next 10 minutes, the door will be opening up and you'll see his hand reach through like, here, I want some of that.
Well, his tap room doesn't close till 9, so he's stuck there until at least 9, and then he has to clean up and stuff. So
Well, I mean, there's a, you
The
know,
one,
There's
one guy
always-
walks in at 8:55. He's like, God,
yeah, right. Let's order everything.
every damn day.
you're gonna need to chug this, sir. You're gonna need to chug this right now because we're closing. JV, you better watch out if you spam the chat because a lot of people in the chat like spam. I'm just saying. We found that out before talking about spam. Although I'm not a fan of spam, but we do have people that do enjoy spam.
Because you haven't ate it the right way, Rod.
I don't
I
like
mean-
spam mail, but I like spam the food.
It is spam the food. That's what. Yeah.
Moira
Hey.
was slapping me, so Moira wanted to say hello.
Yeah.
Is it spam?
Oh,
No, that's Moira Rose.
Come on, Magoo. Moira's like, fuck that. I gotta go.
All right, I made an appearance. I'm out.
Yeah.
Hey, Moira does more than she does. So, so I watched a math YouTuber yesterday. Now I'm figuring out how many cubes in a regular polyhedron and 3 in higher dimensions. We use this term polytypes for higher dimensions. Yeah. Yeah. See all of that right there?
Yeah.
Not that.
it's like, catch and bring it back down.
It was like low ceiling, duck.
Like, whatever. Where's it going with that?
Favorite spam recipes? No. Spam salad. Yes, you can start spamming the spam.
My mother
this
used to work for spam like 30 years ago. So back
You
in the
did?
day, I had like spam t-shirts, spam. I had all this spam swag when she worked for them.
Ah.
Did you eat a lot of spam too, though?
No.
No.
See, that's
I mean, I
big.
had it,
Right.
but like it just wasn't my thing. It's like there's a lot of sodium in this. This will give you some hypertension right here.
Yeah.
But it's still so good, though. I don't care. It's still good. I don't care what it is. It's still good.
It's like one of my great aunts. She used to work for Campbell's, which is totally different than spam. But you know, you get
there's
some.
salt in that.
You get the Campbell soup, but you would also get like the SpaghettiOs, Franco-American, because that
Oh,
was
yeah.
Campbell. So you would get all that kind of stuff. So I was always more Franco-American than I was Chef Boyardee growing up.
Yeah.
Ravioli O's over ravioli. I think this live title has the most emojis ever used by Rajay. Prove me wrong. It probably does. But it is part of the thing now. So you know, it's branded. It's branded, as they say in the social media world.
Yeah.
And there's another emoji.
Much love to the awesome panel, awesome chat. You too, my friend. I was going to send you a video earlier that I saw. I didn't get a chance to.
It
But
better
there's a
not
new-
be chugging.
No. Well,
Okay.
I think he's seen that video before too.
Yeah.
But there's
Right.
another video. There's a commercial that just came out from Feder, the guitar line, where they have them all famous guitar players doing like Jimi Hendrix on one of Jimi Hendrix songs. It's one of the coolest commercials out there because JV plays guitar, so it's pretty slick. I don't know if it's like some new commercial they're going to have probably during the Oscars or something like that this weekend, but it came in my YouTube feed earlier today, and I was like, that is actually pretty cool. So all the different guitar people they have playing. My issues, pilot survival knife. Issued pilot survival knife. I used to have the Rambo knife as a kid with the compass. All kind. Like the Rambo came out. You remember that? Because you could actually write away in the magazine and get them sent to you. And all that. People, everybody was getting Rambo
And the
knives.
compass
back
would
in the
never
day.
work. Like
It would never work. Yeah. But you're like little kid, like I'd say little kid, like 7 to 12 or whatever. You're building forts out in the woods. You had to have your Rambo knife with you.
Yeah. So Mal, what categories do you have for judging the craft beer awards? I saw you on the judges list
Good
I was
question.
scrolling through.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up real quick because I can't remember off the top of my head,
Mhm.
but I can tell you in 1 second if I can figure out where it was.
And Vanessa's offering to teach you the art of shotgunning, by the way. So
At least somebody would teach me correctly.
Holding classes for that.
My assigned categories to judge are best marketing collateral / original video content
Cool.
and best packaging for bottles, any size or type.
Oh, all right, cool.
oh,
So,
cool.
yeah,
So you
those
got
are my
2
categories.
also. Okay.
Yeah, like because I started it, I think like a year or 2 before you, Rod.
Yeah.
And I had like when I first started, and it was really cool. Like it was outside of beer, so like one was like this Winnebago that was like all dressed up like a beer. It was like really cool. And then I forget what I had last year, and now this year I have beer can.
Because you just have the one this year, right? I
Yeah, I
guess.
just have one this year.
Okay. Yeah, because the ones I know I told you what I got there. It was what did I say it was? Because I'm gonna actually start this weekend on the judging on stuff.
Yeah.
Where did I put? I know I messaged it to you. I know one of them is like best use, I think, of social media and
Okay.
marketing, and the other one is like marketing on site or something.
Okay.
It was but I'm looking forward to doing both of them.
Yeah,
so
that was cool. Yeah, the one year I had video, that took forever because you had to watch the videos for
Right.
every single entry. At least beer can is easy this year. You just look at the can.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like I have videos to watch. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I will be doing that. But I'm excited though.
Yeah, that's cool.
So Chu sent in his application, but I guess they missed his email because
Okay.
when he wrote them again saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" They were like, "Oh, we missed you, and I'm sorry, but the window's closed." And
Yeah.
so he's not judging this year. He'll come with me to Vegas and like do the thing, but
Okay.
yeah. And by the way, do we get details on like what to do for like getting there or how to do that? Or
Like I've never actually gone to it.
I intend to go. I want to
Yeah.
go. So
yeah, I haven't seen anything yet, but then I saw like Dr. J from Brew Association. I guess they're opening up stuff on there, but I thought last year we got some information about things that you're invited to attend because you're a judge if you end up going down there.
Yeah.
So I would reply back to Jim just to check with him on that part of it, just to see. But then
So Chu's birthday is April 20th, and mine is obviously tomorrow. And we were thinking if we went to Vegas for this thing, that we would do something for our birthdays while we were there, like something for both of our birthdays. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna kind of make a thing out of it. And
I love Vegas. Vegas is awesome.
God,
it is.
if you go or when you go, I'll have to find it. There's like it's like a taco and a beer place there that like I don't know. I think they follow me on Instagram. I'm like, what's this? But I'm like, this looks really good. And I talked to a friend of mine and said, oh, that some good shit.
yeah, you gotta send me the info because we would definitely check that out.
Well, you go down there too. Dickie's in Vegas, so you gotta let Dickie know if you're coming down. Because Dickie will meet up with you too. Dickie's Beer Reviews.
Yeah,
he's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's tacos and beer. It's a restaurant. 24 different tacos and 20 beers.
But the owner of Choose Brewery was saying that the CBCs are the same weekend or same days in Vegas.
It's the same event, I think.
Oh, is it the same event?
Yeah, they're all at the Venetian. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was the same event.
Crushies are a part of that, the craft beer market and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we will be there.
Yeah.
One way or another, we are going to be there. I've already told my owners that no, I'm not available.
But my title categories are best use of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Reels, or TikTok. And then best on-premise branding, coolest tap room, or beer garden. So those are the ones I'll be judging this year. It's fun. It's cool to be a part of it. My thing is, like I said, I'm starting this weekend because I found out last year you want to start as early as possible so that you can provide feedback. Because that's what you're trying to run through, and you feel like you're not getting enough feedback on stuff. So,
Yeah, that first year when I had videos, I did the same thing. I waited to the last minute, and it's just like the feedback was minimal. Yeah, I like this one. This was okay.
yeah.
Nothing in depth.
No, I intend to start early just because I'm not a wait till the last minute kind of person if I can help it. So, because then I get panicky and anxious, and I don't like being anxious. It's not fun for me. It's not fun for anyone around me ever.
Ever?
No, never ever. It's bad. It's bad when I get anxious.
Cheers, Bart. Great to see you, my friend.
Bye.
5 out of 6 people agree that Russian roulette is safe. 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
That was such a bad joke.
You what you did, Terrence.
What is up, Sam? Cheers, my friend. He says, "Good day, legends."
Hi, Sam.
It's funny because when Sam gets on live streams, I'm like, I was talking about Australian football rules earlier. It's like, I told Sam before, like when you're in a live stream, that means I'm probably missing a match, and I flip over to ESPN2 or something like that, and it's Australian women's football, and it's like the perfect timing. But those women are beasts. I've talked to Sam about that league over there before. I mean, they just like crush each other. JV,
I'm already feeling this one. I've only had a little bit. I can feel it already.
Just a little bit, like 50 Cent, just a little bit. This event came up short on midgets. JV's like opening the joke book tonight.
Yep.
Midget chucking was banned here in the 80s.
You know, I saw midget chucking at a bar like 4 years ago here in Chicago.
I remember seeing it in the 90s when the Howard Stern show was Beetlejuice would get chucked in spots. Yeah.
I don't recommend it. Like bystanders were getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's like jarts. You gotta be alert.
The people around were not safe.
It's like SeaWorld. You can't sit in the first 6 rows, the splash zone.
Yeah.
Well, Todd had asked earlier about the people that didn't get away out of jarts when you're throwing jarts. How do people not move? Those same people grew up to be the refs at track events. They got stabbed by the javelin. They didn't get out the way. So it's a special breed that gets stabbed by a metal pointy object coming your way, and you don't do anything about it.
Like, jarts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my friend, knocking off work shortly. Very nice. And hitting the beers. That's what I'm talking about. Miller time.
Nice.
Short and stout from Vanessa. Ridge still in the house. You guys still rolls? Of course, my friend. We do this for a bit of time tonight. It's Thursday. Unwind.
Right about halfway through.
We don't stop early.
Yeah, we haven't got the beer news even yet, so we're still rolling.
Still young yet.
Oh, sipping on an HB Tavern cut right now, eating pistachios. I do like some pistachios. What I don't like about pistachios is you got to take them out of the shell. Now, I know you can get some that are already deshelled or whatever you want to call it probably, but most of the time you're getting them in the shell.
Yeah.
It's like shrimp. You peel and eat shrimp. You got to put work in when you're doing that kind of stuff. Pistachios, you got to put work in.
You don't do crab legs often, do you?
I kind of avoid them now.
I love crab legs.
But see, here in Maryland, it's different. Because, like, if you're in other parts of the country, they give you crab legs. Here in Maryland, they give you the whole crab. And people put it on the table. They put, like, wax paper down on it, and you basically bang the whole crab to open up the whole thing. They eat the whole crab here, not just the legs. That's even more work.
Stuff, though.
I mean, that's what they do. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of work, The legs in themselves were work, but now you got the whole crab to deal with. Yeah.
It's an art science for sure. I mean,
yeah.
You had to break
when
them
we
and
went down to Fort Lauderdale, I had crab legs, and I had a lovely time fighting my way through all those. Hey, you're working off calories while you're eating. Like, you're dipping it in butter, but you don't mind because you're fighting with that food.
That is true.
You're working off the calories as you eat. It's perfect.
Much like me, you got to crack every little piece, every inch.
Yeah, you got to crack every tiny little piece. And that takes time and effort. And that time and effort is calories burned while you're dipping it in the
But
melted
it's
butter.
cold by
See,
the
it's
time you eat it.
perfect.
I don't want it to be
Now some calamari. I will tear up some calamari.
Yes.
I will tear it up. So, and shout out to Riz, because Riz is actually giving Mal some time over there, because he's coming through on your channel, by the way, too. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I can see that. So,
Oh, that's so fun. Hi. That's neat. Thank you. I appreciate that.
for Dragon's Milk or the warm up. Yeah, I mean,
That's a good warm up right
Right.
there.
you get the Dragon's Milk going. I mean, anytime I mention Dragon's Milk, I got to bring the dragon out. So, you know.
Unleash the beast.
That's what
Yeah.
he said.
Very good. Very good.
Honestly, if he's calling it the dragon, I'm counting that as red flag number 600 at that point. So
100.
that is red
Wait.
flag number 600.
Are you ready for the
600 flags?
Are you ready for the dragon? Are you ready for the dragon?
And if I haven't run by 599, that's on me. That's my problem.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you lasted to 600 flags. What's going on there?
If I got to 600 red flags, man, yeah. But it takes a while to get to that whole dragon moment, and then you're like, oh hell no.
The dragon is on its way.
Oh Jesus Christ. So gross.
You said that 400 times?
Like the guys who name their biceps, like this one's Susie, this one's Jane. Shut up. Oh my God. This one's big, this one's guns.
Get the dragon there. Yeah.
Oh no.
Trez in the house. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Now,
What's
those
up,
are the
homie?
same guys- those are the same guys that'll start naming your anatomy after you stick with them long enough. Ladies, don't
Like-
stick with those ones. They will name your anatomy.
He's like, oh, the dragon's about to go visit Twin Peaks.
Exactly. No. Or they'll say Susie and Jenny. It's like no. We're not going there.
And
Let's
the
get-
hills.
Like, let's get the dragon back in the cave.
I'll see how this here.
Everything about that is horrifying.
It is. It really is.
But it exists,
Mm.
and that's even more terrifying.
Yeah, this would happen when you play Leisure Suit Larry in the 90s. So yeah. Funnels, ice, luge, vodka. Do they still do ice luges of vodka? I do remember that back in the day.
They do. It
Yeah.
happens on occasion.
Yeah. Trez, hey Vanessa, sup Trez. JT says my fave lobster thermidor crevette with Mornay sauce served in a Provençal manner with shallots and aborigines garnished with truffle. Man, you were just getting so bougie on this
That
one,
is bougie.
JT.
That is bougie. Upon bougie.
You know,
Come on,
I have to imagine it.
But he put spam at the end.
Yeah.
spam.
But I have to imagine
No,
it took
it's
at
okay.
least
You're not
5 minutes to
messing that
type
now.
that whole
You're-
thing.
Yeah.
Because he had to look up the spelling on like 6 of those.
Fried egg and spam. Now you're good. So it's okay. You can have
I just
all
see JT order his meal, and next to him is a guy playing the cello as he's ordering the meal.
I know, but while he's doing it,
Can you
he's
top that with
sipping on a
spam for me,
lavalitas.
please?
Order that at Waffle House. Yes.
He was probably sipping on a Bud Light while he was eating it, though. So I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
But speaking of JT, so we talked earlier about the bar, Elephant, and
Elephant and Castle.
yeah. So when we went out there. She had a conference for work, my wife. So I went with her out there. We stayed at that hotel, and that's why I got to go down there. But that's the same time I met JT during that visit. So
Oh, that's fun.
yeah.
Nice.
What's up, Emerson? Cheers, brother. Cheers. PA Brew News in the house. Cheers, all. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
I call it a dragon because it burns when I pee.
that
Of course.
sounds like a personal problem, Paul.
Of course.
hot liquid coming through. Watch your eyes. All with the Zappa reference. Oh yeah, that was the last item on the menu in the spam sketch. Well, there you go. Got to have spam on the end.
Nice.
I merely pasted it from the online
I was
script.
about to
There
say,
you
there's no way you spelled all that.
go. Yeah.
Copied and pasted it. See?
I feel that could have been like a scene in Blues Brothers when they're in the restaurant there in Chicago ordering and spam.
I'm spam.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't believe I didn't catch the reference, though. I'm kind of mad at myself for not catching the reference.
Your
Usually
women.
I get
How much for the
Monty
women?
Python ones.
Yeah.
Maybe we blame it on the beer. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's blame it on the cuvee.
Yeah.
Blame it on the boogie.
Yeah.
Normally
Hey,
I
you
blame
know-
it on the boogie. Tonight I'm blaming it on the cuvee.
You know, we're getting close to where a lot of people are starting to see some nice weather. So remember, if you guys start going out there and enjoying the nice weather, and you decide to go camping, just be careful.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire.
Oof.
So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
Like I says, if we start.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
That's the best part.
I
That's
know
the
a
best
place
part.
that's peaceful and quiet.
All right, man,
A
we know.
place where animals play.
Okay, we got it. We got
No, you should have heard the poof.
Yeah, so just go out to the woods. Just be careful out there. So you can never have too much smoky. I'm just saying. But you want to do beer news? We want to do beer news. We want to get beer news in early this week. Let's do beer news. We could do a little bit of the beer news.
Whatever you want, Rod. It's your channel. You do
Your
whatever.
show.
Well, isn't that very diplomatic? Ah, yes. The famed reason why people come here for the beer news.
Woo.
Let's start with Duvel, which I love some Duvel beer. Remember you got that deal on Duvel when you came up to visit me that time? $5.99 or whatever, that big ass bottle. You're like, this is how Rod J deals like I'm like, pretty much. So
7,000 or the set, whatever it was.
the Golden Drock, I think 9,000.
Yes,
Yeah, it was like but Duvel said it has more than enough beer. Basically, if you didn't know, earlier today they got hit with the ransomware attack, and they were pretty much, we got enough beer already. Guys, do what you want. And they got it back online now, but they're kind of like, we're good. If you guys want to sit there and screw with the shit, we'll fix it. We'll get and they got it resolved, but it was just like, yeah, we're not paying you jack.
Nice.
Rod, I think I hear knocking on your door. They're probably dropping that off at your front door there.
Probably.
See.
But to you ransomware people, don't mess with the beer. Don't mess with the beer. Leave the beer alone. Beer, yeah.
Don't mess with the beer.
Now, if you want to help a brother out, hit the student loans. Hit those
There
for
we
me.
go.
Exactly, yes.
Knock that shit out.
For sure.
Goose Island hitting the Chicago news, offering, I don't know if you saw this, $50,000 prize to guess the amount of 312 beer cans in a jar. So they got this up there, and I think they're doing like March 12th, I believe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you guys do decide to take part, since you're there, or anybody watching, Big Daddy, he's in Chicago as well. But
How big is the jar?
I don't know. I didn't know how big
Yeah.
the jar is, but I'm thinking like, you know what? How many 312 do y'all have just laying around across?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the next question, but it's like, how big is the jar first?
I mean, if it's like a mason jar, I'm gonna guess like 7.
And do you actually, like you said, do you have that much 312 beer to fill the
Yeah,
jar?
these are like crushed cans. And I'm thinking like 312 hasn't been a big seller that I'm aware of for a while. So
Yeah,
you're probably
right,
like, what do we
right.
do with this stuff? Well, let's crush the cans and do a giveaway and get some exposure to the
You know,
company or
this is
something.
probably just the cans that the staff has, drank at work and crushed. Like,
Because probably because nobody else seems to be buying.
Right. Like, do they even have enough to fill a jar? I'm not sure. How big is this jar?
It's an illusion.
Yeah, for sure.
it's like, poof.
It's like there's more. There's actually less than you think in there, where you make it look like it's more. But yeah. But
Gallons. No, it's just like a 12 ounce. Okay. All good.
Oh, but that's something that Goose Island's trying to do as a promotion on it. But JT's in Chicago too. So, if you guys happen to want to partake, maybe you get an extra 50
what I got going on
G's.
Tuesday, yeah.
I don't mind extra 50 G's.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
That would help.
As beer sales lag, this is something new over the last decade, really. But draft cocktails are taking on more tap lines. I don't know if you've seen this or not out there, but essentially, tap lines are being used for basically ready to make cocktails and stuff, which is kind of interesting. I'm starting to see them pop up more and more in spots. Have you seen it? Have you tried them? Where you seen them at? Have you?
Chu has tried a couple. I have not personally, but so the problem that we've run into at a couple places is that cocktails are made to order for a reason. They're shaken, and those ingredients can separate. And beer, it's not as much of a problem that you have unless it's like a smoothie sour or something like that. If there's fruit puree, whatever, that can be an issue with beer. But when you're tapping cocktails, a lot of times the alcohol, sit at the top, and then you have like all lime juice at the bottom or something. And we've run into a couple where it's like it obviously was not still shaken well or wasn't blended well when we had it. So yeah, that has happened once or twice. But I know the canned cocktails are made a little differently, and I don't know that we've had any that were like that type of consistency. So maybe that's a thing that we haven't gotten to try yet. So
I mean, you'd think the carbonation levels and everything would be different. That would have to be a bitch for a bar to have to maintain.
Yeah.
I've not personally seen them on tap lines, but
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen them out there yet, but they seem to be having some pretty good success around some spots. I mean,
no,
I feel like you have to clean them more than you would usually with a beer line. I mean, a beer line you usually clean it within I think 2 weeks is usually the recommendation, if not maybe a week. But if you're having these cocktails coming up, I feel like you have to maybe clean those a few times a week.
Well, a lot of cocktails have simple syrup. I mean, simple syrup is literally sugar water. I mean, you have to clean that regularly, often. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know that I feel like it's feasible. It might be kind of a fad thing, and then it'll pass when people realize that it sucks to deal with.
Yeah. How big is the keg? It can't be more than a 6 barrel. No. It can't be a big keg of whatever.
No.
Yeah.
That's what
you couldn't do a half barrel of margarita. Are you kidding? Like a half barrel of margarita would separate in seconds. It's stupid.
Yeah. You could. It wouldn't be a good idea, but depends how much you're sucking it down, I guess. But it would definitely, it's interesting just because to see bars go into it, but they're finding success, and I'm wondering if your average people that are drinking these don't really. Maybe they're so buzzed it's not that much of a difference for them to even notice. Or I don't know. Maybe there's something with that. But it says for them, like they said, like one of the bars I was reading about, if they would have done it at their bar for what they're serving them, you would need like a huge number of bartenders to make these drinks. Where now you don't have to have that. So it's kind of interesting. Just something out there.
I just think because 6 stools pull from the bottom of the keg generally, right? Like how the CO2 goes through and everything. And you got to figure like we at my bar, we batch margaritas and we batch them in 64 ounce or 62-ish ounce batches and have them pre-made. But every time we pour from the pre-batch, we have to shake because it is separated in the batch. And I just think that has to happen in a keg. I don't care who you are, gravity still exists,
Yeah.
So if you don't shake it, it doesn't taste right. You get only one or two ingredients, and it's a problem. So I don't know. I can't unless they found some way to fight.
Well, I wonder if they have some type of if they're dealing with some type of automated system or something, maybe where it causes stuff to pre-shake or however they're doing it. I mean, there could be something going on there where they have like this pre stuff being done. It's kind of like when you get a drink, like thinking of Bourbon Street down in going to New Orleans, it's kind of like a lot of stuff's already constantly spinning that they actually pull from stuff. So it's already mixing already. So I don't know if they're doing something kind of like that with the drinks as well.
And, it's possible that they found a way to combat the separation that happens in cocktails. I don't know. I mean, maybe they have, but the ones I've tried or chews that I've tried so far, honestly, the separation, like either you get all alcohol or no alcohol. And it's been kind of rough for the ones I've tried so far.
But a lot of those RTDs that are in cans are all malt beverages anyway. And it's just the flavorings that make it taste like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
And like a malt beverage, that makes sense. It's not going to separate the same way a cocktail would.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe they're just doing the malt ones and like calling it what they think it tastes like. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but
Smokey was a CD. Started a new challenge next week. Only 364 beer in 364 days, 7 beers a week, 52 weeks. Cheers. That's a new challenge.
Cheers, Paul. That's awesome.
Kind of back to you, Paul. No more than 8 beers in a week. Usually four or fewer.
God, 8 beers a week. I can't remember the last time I only had 8 beers in a week.
GT said, never been to the Goose Island tap room. I feel like at some point I'm in Chicago again. I need to try to get there just because the whole kind of experience, like with Goose Island, everybody's more Bourbon County at this point, but it's kind of be a cool little site to check out, I would think. I know you guys have been there.
The original one is done now. They closed the original one and they moved
so you can't go to it. Okay.
So it's not like the OG one that was around in the late 80s. That's no longer there.
Well, it's not worth it then to close that one down. Yeah.
I went to the Brewers dinner for Fobab, and it was at their barrel room.
Okay.
And that was beautiful. Like,
that's really nice. The one on Fulton.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like, it was super nice seeing everybody and hanging out and stuff. But cool space, gotta say.
Yeah. Speaking of Choo says, nice flannel shirt, Mallory. Where can I get one? LOL.
Dude, you're at your register. It's literally 3 feet from your head. It's right there on the wall hanging, and it's not your size, so you can't have one anyway.
Better hurry up, Choo. She's almost finishing that beer.
Yeah, you better get over for this beer that she has right now because it's going down.
Oh yeah, Choo, are you seeing? Are you seeing what I opened? I opened the Hubbard's Cave, the cuvee, for my birthday.
Who did that song? It's going down for real.
Yeah. Stop talking and start walking.
I got to say, mostly idiots are drinking draft cocktails. Personally, I go to where live bartenders mix in rather than buy a draft cocktail. What is an artistry when you actually have a bartender to kind of doing the stuff too? So, yeah. If they're a good bartender. Some bartenders are like I like to watch like Bar Rescue. And they're like, we don't know how to make an old fashioned. Do you not know? Like, you learn that one of your first drinks is an old fashioned or a margarita, and they don't know how to make a margarita. Like, that's the most common drink, alcohol cocktail in the country. Like,
old fashioned, a martini,
a Manhattan. Right, that's like they're all like easy drinks that actually, But it's funny. But yeah, sometimes I watch Bar Rescue, and it's just like, no. People can't be this dumb. This is all stage type stuff when you see some of the stuff. Until I get into those experiences when I'm at a bar and it's like, wow, it's just like training is really lacking.
And you're like, this is why.
It's rough.
Yeah.
So we had a customer come in. He asked for, he asked for a martini straight up with 2 olives.
Mm-hmm.
The server tells the bartender what he wants. The bartender makes martini straight up, 2 olives. And he tried it and he said, this is not what I asked for. Yeah, it was, but okay. What did you want? And he's like, it's a martini straight up, 2 olives. And we're like, that's literally what you have. And he's like, you guys obviously can't handle this. I'll take a margarita. And I'm thinking, the fuck, dude?
Yeah. You're
telling our bartender, who is a actual mixologist, that they did a martini straight up 2 olives incorrectly? No. You don't know what you're ordering is what happened. Some other bartender gave you what you wanted and told you that, yes, of course, whatever you say, you're fine. And
Yeah.
now you think that's correct. It's constant. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
People don't know what they want. People, oh my gosh, we have one guy who comes in. He tells us our margarita recipe. He tells us the ounces. He wants this many ounces of this many ounces of this many ounces of this many ounces of this with
At a
ice
brewery?
in a tall glass. He tells us this. And we're like, okay, so it's a margarita tall. Got it. Fine. We know how to do that. So we make the drink and just you never know what you're going to run into. And he doesn't complain, but he is picky about who makes his drink. Like, we'll have a bartender back there, and he's like, I didn't like hers before. That server over there, well, I want them to make it. And I'm like, that server isn't trained behind the bar. And he's like, I want them to make it. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. That server is now going to make your drink, who's never made a drink before, by the way, let me say.
Yeah.
He's literally worked here 3 weeks. He doesn't know how to make a cocktail, but he's going to make your drink. How's that feel? Like, people get weird.
Yeah.
Like, not even kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what this guy wanted with his martini now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It
It's
didn't
like,
make sense.
What did he
Maybe-
want? Like straight vodka with olives?
What do you want?
maybe he had a dirty one before and didn't realize it was a dirty
Yeah.
martini, or maybe it was
Or
he might have been
maybe-
like Bond.
He had
I wanted
wanted
it shaken, not stirred. I don't know. What's he's yeah.
We couldn't
Maybe
figure it
it's-
out.
You should have asked him what recipe are you talking about, because there's various recipes. Yeah.
He got belligerent with his server. He was like, "You guys obviously don't know what you're doing, so just give me a damn margarita." Like, he was rude with the server, so we were just like, "Fuck you, dude. Whatever. You're obviously not
Yeah.
tipping, so we don't give a shit what you're gonna do next."
Yeah.
So
Now,
Okay.
Mally's probably ordering from the Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
line of drinks.
you know, Todd, you can go fuck yourself with a Cleveland steamer is what you fucking can do.
What?
Just so you know. Cleveland steamer right up your ass. Not kidding.
Well, you keep drinking.
He goes, he disappeared. I scared him away.
Oh,
keep drinking
Oh,
that.
it takes
might-
more than that.
It's
There might be a dirty Sanchez involved later if you keep drinking that.
oh, we didn't tell her about that one, Dave. We
All
didn't
right.
tell her about that one. Yeah, she hasn't looked that one up yet.
You know
Oh,
what?
now that you brought
I-
that up, though, so
I have
there you
heard
go.
that term many times. I never looked it up. I don't intend to look it up. I'm
You're
not
about to,
interested.
though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're about to, though, aren't you?
No. That one I've heard enough to know that I don't want to know.
See? You're bitching at me. Dave went there. I didn't. That wasn't my fault.
Oh God.
Talking about you didn't go there. You fucking went there, dude.
I'm just throwing F-bombs around like it's nothing.
Yeah. It's it's birthday weekend.
I'm having a
I
very
mean, it's not yet.
right
But,
now.
you know.
Yeah,
By the
never
way,
get a hurricane at Pat O'Brien's in a quarter pre-made. Yeah, well, I mean, that's like I feel like Pat O'Brien's is a tourist trap down there,
Yeah.
right?
But you almost
Yeah.
have to get it. You're at Pat O'Brien's.
Right.
Here in
Yeah.
New Orleans, you almost have to get it there.
No, it's a requirement at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I think last time I got a hurricane, I used to get them one of the spots on the Bourbon Street somewhere,
Yeah.
but those are kind of like pre-made too, though. So remember Jim Backus and Amendment World Fashions, only not so sweet this time. And still trying to figure out why guys drinking a martini or a margarita.
I know.
At a
That was the
brewery.
weirdest
Yeah.
thing. Like, he said what he wanted twice and he didn't like what he got. And then he switched to a freaking margarita. That is so different from what he was asking for. No sense whatsoever.
That's basically saying, if I'm interpreting correctly, like he's thinking your bartender has no skill set because he's going from something like that to pretty much the easiest drink because it's so commonly made everywhere. You can't
Possibly.
possibly screw this up.
That is
Well,
true. That is
Okay,
true.
so the first one went out to the guy. He was unhappy with it. It came back. She made the second one. I tasted, like, I used a straw and tasted the second one to make
Yeah.
sure it was exactly what he asked for. Brought it. I brought it personally to him, and he lost his shit. Like, he was like, "This is not what I ordered." I'm like, "Do you
Yeah.
do you know what you ordered?" 'Cause
Yeah.
this is literally what you ordered.
You see, if I was the manager, what I would have told the guy,
Shut it down. 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 Now.
and get the F out. If I was the guy.
he was with a party of 5 other people, and they all looked horrified and embarrassed at his actions.
Kind of like the guy comparing the abdomen pain to the women pain, like kind of like that, probably.
Yeah, they looked kind of horrified by how he was acting. So I didn't want to kick him out because I thought his whole party would leave, and I didn't want to lose the tip from anyone else for the server, because the server deserved that tip, you know. Yeah. And I was hoping he wasn't the one signing the check, you know. But so I didn't want to kick him out just because, you know, he just asked for a margarita after that, and our margaritas are kick ass, so you can't complain about our margaritas. So I mean, I guess I didn't want to kick them out because I didn't want to lose them that money, because that was going to be a good tab. They were ordering a lot of cocktails. So yeah,
shout out.
I had to think about it before deciding.
Shout out to Emerson with the super chat. Appreciate you, homie. Said Todd, do that Cleveland Steamer thing, or you saw birthday weekend. Hi yo.
Thanks, Emerson. Thanks.
Yep.
Appreciate the super chat there. Maybe he thinks a martini's made with vodka that he doesn't have to specify. But it could be gin or vodka, right? Maybe, yeah.
Well, no, the server asked him if he wanted the gin or vodka from the first. Like, we always check.
Yeah.
Because we have people who just want their gin martinis and people who just want their vodka martinis, and we do separate. So it's all good. But no, he was just a bastard, really, what it comes down to. That man was an asshole.
Well,
so,
I mean, do you get that don't know, like, the difference? Like,
but we also get folks from Wisconsin coming in who want the Wisconsin old fashioned, and we don't make a Wisconsin old fashioned. We make a proper old fashioned. It's pretty much the same thing, but with club soda. Like, it's watered down and shit, and we don't do that. So,
like, don't come in with that. Don't come here with that spotted cow bullshit. We ain't doing that.
It's sweeter and watered down, so we don't do it.
Yeah,
but we have people complaining because they want a Wisconsin old fashioned. I'm like, well, Wisconsin's literally like 40 fucking minutes north. Go on.
Yeah.
No, like I got no time for you.
Like, does this look like Wisconsin to you right now? Because it's not, doesn't to me. Like, you're in Illinois.
40 minutes from the place you want to be.
You're in Illinois, not Illinois. So.
Shut up. God damn
it. Oh, back to beer news. Ohio Brew Association to host Women in Beer Summit in April, which is pretty cool. Ohio Brew Association always does some pretty good stuff. So sadly, when I left there, I was making some pretty good contacts with them, but salute to them for hosting a women event upcoming. 21 First Amendment Brewery ushering in a return to tradition with an amendment lager. So they're bringing out a lager there as well, which I'm kind of surprised they don't have a lager out there already, because 21st Amendment is usually pretty good on the pulse of things that people like to enjoy, and they're pretty solid as a brewery. So if you can get their beers, definitely recommend them. Being back on the East Coast, I do get Evil Genius now, and they're going to be actually debuting a new magically delicious green beer with Lucky Charms, which I will say, if there's one cereal I have in my house, it's freaking Lucky Charms. Now it's kind of like, I'm not sure what's all going to take place in the Lucky Charms beer, but I'm saying 7% IPA. If I see you, I'm grabbing you. I'm putting you in the cart.
I have purchased for Ruby, and I found it on Amazon. It's this big ass bag of just the marshmallows.
I've seen those. Yes.
You used to get those at Jungle Gyms.
Yeah.
Just the marshmallows.
But, I have to figure who's going in with their fingers and picking them out, and who did they wash their hands? I don't know.
The Lucky Charms I actually have here in the house right now are the green ones, where it turns to milk green. So it's, St. Patty's Day month, but
fancy.
They're all green marshmallows and stuff like that and everything. But
I have the regular ones.
I mean, I don't always do Lucky Charms, because as we get older, we try to take more health type stuff, and it's like, oh, now you gotta eat Cheerios, you gotta eat Cheerios, you gotta eat Life, but once in a while you want to be a kid, and the wife, she's more Captain Crunch, so she got some Captain Crunch cereal a few weeks ago. So I was like, I'm gonna give me some Lucky Charms. So once in a while we throw that stuff in there, right? So it can't be brand all the time. Just not made that way. I'm not Joe Biden's age. I can't be just eating bran all the time. I want some fun in my life.
I actually do buy Raisin Bran for fun. That is a happy place for me. Strangely enough, I do like Raisin Bran, but
Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
Yeah. Block her out.
I literally bought a box of Raisin Bran today when I went shopping. So
Every time you say it, I'm going to hit you with the buzzer.
Raisin
What
Bran.
are you doing next Thursday?
You were late on the buzzer. You were late on the buzzer.
I was laughing at Todd there, so yeah, but at least you're all cleaned out, so you know.
Well, I haven't eaten any
Here's
yet.
one
I just bought it today.
There's one advantage.
Let's see. We talked about it before a few weeks ago where Tennessee was doing this stupid law about possibly the cold beer. Right. Well, apparently now is pretty much they made the changes to the bill where right now cold beer is safe in Tennessee. So
good. I'm so glad to hear that.
It's just like, who was the idiot that came up with this idea in the first place? Like, you know, it's just like
someone who didn't have enough coolers in their 7-Eleven and was like, no, we're going to change this.
Well, one is like, who came up with it? And two, why do we keep putting these people with this kind of thinking in office in states? Like, you got to stop. We got to stop electing these kind of people that are just this stupid. You got to stop it.
Well, you know, there is actually like South Carolina and some other states where you can't buy like cold beer in the like they have like a separate entity for it. Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you got to go home and cool it before you drink it, so that way it's safe. But like, no, I couldn't go to a bar and just drink again in my car.
Yeah.
Like, like it's just the rationale and stuff. It's just.
Well, I mean, Indiana for one, like you can go into like a gas station. You can buy like other things, but not beer cold.
Yeah.
You could probably buy bullets in Indiana at a gas station, but you can't buy beer.
Yeah. I mean, you can buy shit that you don't want to drink.
Probably,
yeah.
Sure, you can't buy beer cold.
Yeah.
It's on the shelves, but you can't buy it cold. At a gas station, anyway. No, you can at the liquor store, but, but you can't like at a Meijer or a Kroger or anything like that. You can't buy cold liquor.
But you can go right across to Applebee's and get a drink and then do whatever you're gonna do afterwards.
Well,
so you wouldn't, it's like,
I mean, it's just the laws and regulations are just so dumb from state to state. Then it makes sense.
It's like they said, the guns don't get. It's the law. It's the people. It's the people that are making these laws.
Right. Like drink enough to make those laws.
Just when I think there's intelligent life, something pulls me back. Talking about Great Lakes earlier, they are actually introducing their Juicy Vibacious Double IPA. So that's a new release coming out from Great Lakes, which, you know, I drank Great Lakes earlier. Right now, I just cracked open one that is actually from Double Nickel in New Jersey. Nocturnal Creatures 7 tiramisu inspired imperial dessert stout. This one comes in as a nice sessionable 10.3% ABV. So that's what I'm drinking right now here too. Yeah. But as far as Great Lakes, they do some pretty good IPAs in their stuff. They do. So, you know, I'm a big fan of the Chill Wave and the Monster and some of the stuff. And it should be at this point now. I think we talked about this last week. Like Nosferatu should be out. I think their Red Ale comes out usually.
I wasn't on last week when you were talking about it, but that's usually like around Halloween that comes out.
Oh, was it Halloween when it came out? I thought it came out in February.
I thought it was like midsummer.
No, that's always like, if I remember right, that always came out like around October-ish.
You know, now that you said, I think you're right. I think it is kind of later in the year.
Yeah.
All right. So right now it's usually like the Chill Wave and the Great Lakes Monster or whatever. So
Rod just got schooled.
I remember I was thinking, like,
I didn't get schooled. I mean, I could have been at a store when it was still on the shelf, and it was I could have thought it was February because of that too. So
that's true. Yeah,
Mao.
I think my Vinny still has that barrel-aged jelly at Ness from last fall.
Right? So yeah, you can still have that out there too.
Do what?
What'd you say?
I said you're a little feisty tonight. I don't like it. I like it.
Well, that's why she married you.
Throwing it out.
Just because she can't shotgun a beer, she's attacking people.
Well, I mean, you know.
Buster. You are cruising for a bruising, sir.
Just because she can't shotgun a beer. So. Attack
If someone
everybody.
had taught me correctly, I would be able to. But
Yeah.
no, that didn't happen.
That's such a millennial answer.
Hey, Gen Y, fucker.
Totally is.
Somebody did help me. Oh, you want a trophy for that? You want a trophy for that too?
Everybody wants a fucking trophy, except for me, because fuck this.
I almost chugged a beer. Here's my trophy to prove it. I almost
Oh
did.
my god, I'm drunk. Why the hell am I still talking?
Oh, up in Canada, we haven't any of our Canadian folks on tonight, but adult use cannabis legislation has led to slow beer decline. Is he down there? I haven't got to him yet. If he is, he just got here then.
I read ahead.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. But apparently in Canada, they had a report coming out that basically they're seeing where now they can do the cannabis is actually eating into what they're saying the beer sales are up there. So Trogs, which as I've said numerous times on this channel now, I'm becoming a more fan of them being back on the East Coast. They're bringing out a new year-round IPA called Graffiti Highway. So make sure to check that out if you do get some of the Trogs beers. They have just been pretty solid across the board.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Graffiti Highway. Did anyone hear that and think Graffiti Highway in the moonshine? Or was that just me?
That was you with the 14% beer.
That was pretty much you. Yeah.
Oh, Ventura Highway, right? Nobody? No? Ventura Highway?
That was you in a solo shot right there.
I'm not sure what the.
I was just checking if anyone had a music mind. We're all good.
I mean,
Mal, you've been around us for how long now? You know that's not. Well, I mean, Rod.
I know music from DJ stuff, but but not like I mean, you got more of a music mind where it's like plays and all that kind of stuff though too, and musicals. Like, no, I'm not a musical type person. So outside of Greece, outside of Greece,
Eagles or America? It's America. America, the band America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't have a lot of America. I mean, I had Kansas growing up. There was Kansas. I had Kansas. Dust in the wind. All she is dust. I had that growing up, but I didn't.
That's like the same as America. I mean, come on. America and the Eagles and Kansas. And there were a bunch of bands that were kind of in that
fucking
zone.
Eagles. God, I hate
You know what's a funny song that you're talking about some of the old classic rock stuff? And I've seen these videos pop up. I didn't realize how much of the younger folks did not know about the song Bamalam. That's like a hot reaction taking place right now. People are like, I can't believe like they never heard this song Black Betty Bam. Like this song is like a classic, but it's finding new legs under it now. Yeah. And that was like a one-hit wonder group with that one there. But yeah. Now I got stuck in my head. I'm trying not to sing it. But anyway, Breckenridge, they're going to channel the luck of the Irish. They're coming out with their Nitro Irish Stout. So we are in March. So you're going to have a lot of the Irish type beers, which if we go into next week, decision is, do we want to come in with St. Patty Day beer type things? Do we want to come in with some of that stuff for the theme? Or Mouse is like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So
I want to do that.
I mean, because I got to set my beer shopping up for the weekend. Like, am I looking for Irish? Like, because I do want to get one. Great Lakes, I mentioned them a couple times. Their Conway's is a great beer to have this time of year.
That's
the Conway's
I love that
solid. Beer. Yeah. And then you have like Breckenridge has theirs with the. I've had the one before with their Irish beer they have, but I can get a stout version of it possibly. And there's other ones that are out there too. So something to think about as we head into it.
I saw when I was beer shopping at Binny's yesterday, and I haven't seen this in forever, and it only has because St. Patrick's Day, but Killian's Red was out. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what year is this? Killian's Red. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? I've actually started going back to some of the old macro stuff. I'm going to see if I can get a Killian so I can do a review on a Killian. Because back in the day, I used to drink a lot of Killians. Yeah.
But they only had it in the 12-pack, and I'm like,
oh,
I
that's
don't want to grab a
dedication.
12-pack of this. Yeah.
That's dedication. Yeah.
Yeah. If they had it in like the mix your own 6-pack, I would have definitely grabbed a couple and did it on the show. But I'm like, I don't want to do a 12-pack of this.
I've got two garbage disposal. I will take it.
I've never got it. Maybe I haven't. I'm not sure. That's a good one. I have to look for it next time.
Yeah. Well, Mal was so happy last week when she got a genuine draft, which was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was so pleased. I was so pleased to finally have that again. It's been a really long time.
And you're lucky I don't have your number, Mal, because I almost texted it to Rod to text it to you. But when I went to the grocery store yesterday, It was on sale. Let me see. Yeah. And I took a picture of it. 2 for $5. Miller
No
Genuine
way.
Draft.
Oh, I
Like
totally
the
wanna buy.
the 24 ounce can or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the big 24
The
ounce
big
can.
one. Yeah, yeah.
So how far apart are you guys? To where
Well,
she
you're
has
out in the
to get, but
hills.
you get-
Yeah. So I mean, like this was like the northwest side of the city.
No, okay.
Oh, okay. You were in the city.
Yeah.
So a half-hour drive
Yeah.
for me to get
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
But in awful traffic. It's only like 12 miles, but it would take me a
Yeah.
half hour in the car.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
easier to get it from Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, honestly, yeah.
You get it faster. Yeah, you get it faster for sure.
I got a mule from Canada bringing it in this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, if you're still sticking when the live stream ends, I will give you my number because honestly, I just feel like you
Yeah.
can have my number.
Or
Yeah.
we'll just do it via
Yeah, you
Instagram
guys,
or
you guys should
something, yeah.
definitely, you guys should connect up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We should.
Because actually, you have your Liquid Love shirt. That was one of the beers I bought for Drink Illinois Beer. So next week
nice.
I'll have one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Which one
And
did you get?
You know, I grabbed a bunch. So it was actually a Binny's, and it was like, just make your own mix
I
pack.
gotcha.
So I'm like, all right, let me grab one of these. I grabbed the Moors. I grabbed some Off Color. I grabbed a couple others.
If it's
I'll
one of the
collar good
sours,
beers
please
too.
keep it- If it's
Yeah.
one of the sours, please keep it cold because we turned a Christmas tree purple.
Yeah, no, I don't think this was one of the sours. I mean, everything I've had from them has been great, but I don't think this is one of the sours.
How can I say that no one reacted to me turning a Christmas tree purple with beer? That's fine. It's cool. No one reacted to that.
I mean, I think you just said it there, but
Their Christmas tree was close to the fireplace, and they put the beer as a gift under the tree.
Mhm.
And the sours are smoothie sours, so they still have fruit puree, and they
Mhm.
will continue to ferment. And if you have them
Yes.
close to a warm source of heat, they will
Boom.
explode. And a Christmas tree turned entirely purple. It was unfortunate.
That's what 450 beers used to do. Put them
Yeah.
back in your trunk, get home, and you have a semi-small pool in your trunk because they used to explode all the time. Oh shit! Oh shit!
yeah, you know what? That nobody wants that there.
It says on every can, keep refrigerated for a reason. There is a reason for that.
Yeah,
But
but
I
when you're
wonder-
buying it at a liquor store warm, who knows how long it's been
That's
at the
true.
store.
Yeah.
True.
Well, room temperature isn't as bad as actually warm.
Yeah.
Like they put it close to a fireplace.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying that made a huge difference.
Yeah.
That
I
was
know
a
on the hot foot.
explosion.
Yeah.
More than just the can warping or whatever else.
Speaking of the poll, apparently I got some green beer haters up in here.
Woo!
Up in here. Only 24% of people actually like to use green beer, March. 76% said no. They
But
like keep that green beer to yourself, son. So yeah. We were talking about Snoop earlier with the ready to drink that Dave had, but apparently Corona has now ditched Snoop for Pedro Pascal so they can reach Latino beer drinkers. So Pedro, of course, he did his stuff on The Mandalorian, but he also does stuff on the HBO show. I can't remember the name of the show now with the little
Oh,
girl.
Pedro's
whatever.
everywhere. Pedro's
Yeah, he's all over.
I feel like you can have both. Why would you have to ditch one to have the other?
Corona said we only got enough to pay one, so we're
maybe because Snoop's doing his own beverage now. Maybe.
Well,
they
I
just-
mean,
Well, everybody was like, Snoop doesn't even really even drink. He like smokes. He doesn't really
Yeah.
drink. So it's kind of like, yeah. But a lot of celebrities are doing cocktails that don't even drink. And it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
I mean, celebrities put their names on anything that sells. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's all about those dollars for them. So, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
it has a vodka for sure almost. Like,
yeah.
have mine.
And this one might be a little closer to Choose Heart, but Atwater Brewery, because they're over in Detroit, Michigan, celebrating 313 Day with discounts and other Detroit brands. So they're actually doing something special on March 13th there. So if you happen to be around that area, with some of the people that watch are in that Michigan area, check out Atwater for some stuff there. They have some good beers.
312 in Chicago, 313 Detroit, 314 is St. Louis. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a big week for Midwest beer drinkers.
Yeah, yeah. And if you ever had Atwater, I would say check them out. They're pretty decent.
I loved Atwater. Honestly, Chu and I did a whole episode there.
Mm-hmm.
They're fantastic. So many taps, and they do cocktails as well. They have food as well. I don't necessarily recommend being there after dark.
Okay. That's the 8 Mile, kind of one side or the other.
Well, no,
After midnight.
it's straight downtown. It's like straight up downtown.
I know.
But during the day, like normal, like they have this lovely lakeside where you can river walk or lake walk, I guess. But like you can walk along and there's restaurants and all this stuff. It's beautiful during the day. Highly recommended. Do check it out. I know a lot of people avoid Detroit, and you shouldn't, because there's a lot of cool stuff in that city. And I was one of those people who was terrified to go there until Chu took me there, and I was like, oh wow, no, this is fine. It's good. I just like certain parts of Chicago, I wouldn't want to be there after dark. I feel the same way here. I would feel the same in New York.
I mean, I think
it depends on where you are.
I feel like
I've had
every city is that way.
Every city has an underbelly to it, kind of.
St. Louis has it. New Orleans has it. I mean, Seattle has it. Like all the.
Did you say New Orleans and not New Orleans? Or you took on Todd earlier?
No, I say New Orleans.
No, you said New Orleans. I've got it on video.
There was an E. Yeah.
You said New Orleans that time.
Okay, Mal.
Well,
so you can't.
I'm happy with either. I'm not picky because I don't live there. And
I
I don't have anyone standing with a stick over here waiting to hit me in the head for saying it wrong. So I'm going to say it however I say it.
That's what I said. I don't live there, so I can say however the hell I want to say it. Doesn't matter.
Atwater is definitely pretty solid as far as the breweries. I would definitely say check them out. Actually, some of the best Middle Eastern food I've had was in there because of the culture they have from a lot of people that have come over from the Middle East. And then the last beer news item before I get back to comments, Community Beer Works is now going to buy Thin Man Brewery. So I've had beer from both of them before. They're both pretty good operations, but it's sad to see Thin Man is going to be going out of business, so to speak, but Community Beer Works will be taking over their operation. So that's the ever-changing world of beer. We're seeing people go down, and some people are getting bought out, and some people are just closing their door. But I feel like at a point, it's almost like something to kind of get done. Like we have to have this contraction to get better and to move forward. So
yes, you're probably right.
But you have to kind of wonder, the people that are closing up, are these the people got into it because they were beer people, they were home brewers, they loved beer, and then you had a group of people that were like, oh, beer is popular, and these were just the money people, and they got into a brewery because they thought they were going to make money. So who's closing? Because you'd hate to see the actual beer people close.
Right. Yes. And to your point there, like, and I'll use an example, like I know when Platform got into it, because they talked about on their end, like their whole thing was to make like a craft brewery, but then sell it out that they could make money off of it. So when AB and Bev came knocking, they were like, we're done. We're out.
That was like the same thing with Golden Road. I mean, they were only in it for money. That was it.
Yeah. But for some other breweries that weren't in it, like I've seen some of the ones closed down that were just like in Cincinnati, we had one called Blank Slate. They weren't in it for the money, but they were kind of just squeezed out because of all the competition. And my thing with them, their location didn't really help them. They were kind of more in the warehouse type setting. So they were kind of away from where people were in the community. So you had to really go out, take it on your part to go out to see them. Even though the beers are great, a lot of people weren't doing that because they could just walk over to their local brewery. So part of that comes into play. But I mean, this is just something you have to go through. You're always going to have this kind of thing for contraction, and then it's going to redevelop and do whatever it's going to do in the next stage. So
even saying that, it's like our lady here, which Mel went to when she was here, like they're kind of out in the out of town, sort of like they're really not close to anything as far as where the foot traffic would go. So for them to be around and being as successful as they are for this many years, like, kudos to them because they're doing something right. You know what I mean? Like whether it's bands on the weekend or whatever to draw people there, they're doing things to get people there pretty much I'll say almost 7 days a week, really.
Okay.
They have something
Yeah.
going on that draws
Yeah.
somebody there while you're drinking beer also, you know.
Yeah. And I look at like, say, like where Mal and Dave are kind of in that Chicago area. Like when I went out to Lagunitas to visit them, it was like I took the Uber out there. They're like, this dude's like dropped me out in the middle of nowhere, kind of in this whole warehouse district. But when I could walk over to Hot Butcher, and Hot Butcher was part of this neighborhood, I'd be like, why would I want to go out to a warehouse area if I got it right here in the community? So I think that's all coming into play for a lot of these breweries too. Like you gotta have a built-in base if you want to survive at this point.
Yeah. Now, of course, saying that there's not really a bunch of breweries around here to compete with, so you know it's kind of a handful of breweries, and that's one of them. But it's also on the outskirts of town for the most part. So
Chu and I are hoping to have somewhat of a built-in base before we open.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we're hoping for.
I mean, that's a good goal, I think, to have. Like before we moved here to Baltimore from where we were at in Kentucky, the town we were in, they were just putting in a local brewery. So right before I didn't get a chance to go see it, but it was going to be right around that area. So they were going to have that built-in, developed base already of people that were looking forward to it. It makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
So,
and saying that, so it's like Taxman, which is 15, 20 minutes from Indianapolis, like south of Indianapolis here. You know, it's a Belgian-inspired brewery. And it's kind of rural when you go there. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But the brewery there is cool. Their food is phenomenal. And they have, I'm going to say, last time we were there, it was like 20 taps. And it was all their beer. Like they didn't have no outside beer. It was just their stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not like the beers are great. I don't know if you guys get Taxman.
It's nice because the people who show up there are making an active choice to be there. Like if they're making an active choice to be there, your customers are going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If you live in or work in a space where you have the regular foot traffic, you're going to get a lot of people who don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. Like we've talked a lot, Chu and I, about the location where we want to build our brewery and stuff. And we kind of love the idea of a smaller community just because if people are coming to us, it's because either they're neighbors or because they've actually gone out of their way to see us.
Yes.
Right.
And I kind of like that. I
Or
like
they heard you know how to make a martini.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's
And a margarita. And a margarita.
Yeah. Some sides of it, like you said.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The traffic, or you're going out of the way because they have a specialty of something I like, or in general, they have good beers and their food. But
in order to pull that off, you have to have a product that's unusual that people come there for. So that gets a little bit trickier. So, you know, we've discussed an awful lot of things trying to figure out what. So I'm taproom manager at a brewery that's much bigger than his taproom. And his taproom is just beer, no food, dealing, you know, with that level and self-distributed, all the things. My tap room is 2 locations with food, with a full bar, with we have a distributor, all the stuff. So we're seeing 2 different levels, which is really, really nice for us to see the 2 different sides of it before we go into the business.
Right.
So we made that decision actively.
Yeah.
The other thing is too, I mean, you have to, if you're building it out, you have to look at what the trends and stuff are as well. So you have to look at that. And the way that trends are now, society wise, compared to what they were 10 years ago, we're much more Uber, Lyft friendly society and stuff, right? Yeah. So more people are taking that into account, especially some of the younger generation where they don't want to drive and drink too. So people aren't maybe want to drive out as far, especially if they're feeling the crunch of the economy, which is a concern for a lot of people too. Like it's going to cost me $20 to go out to this brewery out here, $20 to come back. Plus I'm going to probably spend $50, $60, $70, however much I'm going to spend when I'm out there, versus I can walk over to a local brewery or spend $5, $10 to get to the brewery here and have just amount of good time too. So all of that stuff kind of comes into play. And I think that's more and more what people are kind of looking at too. So
yeah, it's weird. We got a place that's opening here at the end of the month, and they're like 2 blocks away from 2 breweries. You got Dovetail and Beguile, and this new spot's opening, and it looks really cool. But like, man, that's a rough neighborhood to open a brewery. You know, God bless you. Hope you pull it off. I mean, I'll be there when they open, but it's like,
Do we
It's
know
just
a name?
I just saw it on Block Club the other day. I actually reached out to them to say, hey, I have a local beer show here if you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, is Dovetail the one that's like at the very dead end of a street?
Yeah.
It's one of them, yeah.
It's
all
right
German
against
beer.
The train
Yeah,
tracks.
because when we were up there, JT and Liz took, or maybe it was just JT at that time.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So it was like at the end, it was like, I was like, "Where are you taking this?" I was like,
Yeah.
It was probably JT because JT loves Dovetail. So
When
yeah.
When the Brew Tubers came to Chicago, I took them to Dovetail.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And it was a cool place. It was cool, but it was like kind of in the middle of nothing. Like,
I thought it would be at the top of my list here, but it's not. But yeah, I'll get you the name next week. But no, there's
okay,
brand new and they look really good.
Nice. No, I'm
Cheers,
excited.
Shane.
I'm excited to learn more.
Yeah.
Hi, Shane.
The only thing that sucks worse than brain is than brand is raisins. I'd rather be drafted into unwinnable war. Yeah, let's put raisins and brand together. Who came up with that idea? Funny thing about that story. I don't know if I've mentioned it to you guys before, but my degree in college was in advertising. So one of my professors actually worked with the whole raisin brand type thing back then. And one of the stories was when they came up with the whole 2 scoops of raisins. Do you guys know how it happened when they came up with that as their slogan at all?
No.
Literally,
I'm not sure.
The guy was going to come up with an idea with it, and they were getting frustrated on what can we actually do here with this, raisin brand type cereal. They literally poured the cereal out on a table, and one of the guys like, "There's a lot of raisins in here," and they measured it out. And it was 2 scoops of raisins. And that's what they actually ran with. And it's just like it was like out of a point of frustration, they came up with this idea that became their whole big thing behind Raisin Brand, 2 scoops of raisins. Yeah. So, but yeah, and like the whole thing with the M&Ms melting in your mouth, not in your hands.
Yeah.
Basically, as they're trying to figure out how to come up with a slogan for one, a guy's literally holding his hand. And he's like, "This is funny." And they're like, "What? Like this chocolate isn't melting. Well, I've been holding it in my hand the whole time." It's just like you just get ideas from all kinds of weird spots. Is what I'm saying. It's just
Did you the Febreze one? Febreze was supposed to be something else. Like it wasn't like, but the lady who was like using it for their commercial, when she sprayed it, she took a sniff and just smiled, and he was like, "That's it. That's that moment when something's clean." And you have that smile moment where a thing is clean and you don't have to deal with it anymore. He said that's the selling point on Febreze. So every commercial you see of Febreze, they spray it and then they smile because they're happy that the things are clean. It's so weird, but that was their selling point. Yeah. That's how they made the whole brand.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. For sure. Shane says, "I can't shotgun a beer either." So there you go. So
thank you, Shane. I think I can now. If I tried again, I think I could do it.
American could be a guilty pleasure of mine. Sure. Come on, American, the band there, I think. Yeah.
Well, they wrote on a horse with no name.
Oh, okay. See, I know that song. Yeah.
That was America.
Okay.
Been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Okay. Got you. I got you. I know you're all psyched up and keyed up on it, but I got you.
I saw them live. I really enjoyed the concert. Like, it's 5 guys with guitars on stools. Like, that's literally their concert. They sit on stools and play guitars. Huh?
Did you pay to go see him?
I did.
Okay.
I don't get into things free very easily. So
I don't know. Black Betty was originally recorded in the 50s. I just think it's funny. Like if you basically go on YouTube and you search Black Betty reaction, you'll see all these young people that just like are going crazy because they never heard it before. So actually a Lead Belly song from the 30s. What?
I did not know that Lead Belly did that first. That's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, so 19 Crimes, California Red last week was super. And I heard 19 Crimes actually wasn't that bad.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
I tried it.
I'm from New Orleans, and I don't care how you say it.
Thank you, James.
I think there are too many breweries. A lot of crappy contractions necessary. Yeah, I mean, I think you were due to have a contraction take place.
Agreed.
You know, and that's what happens. That's part of the whole growth type thing. You know,
It's the pendulum. It swings this way and it comes back, and then it.
Separate the pretenders from the contenders is what we used to call it.
Yeah.
True.
FYA, Mal, nobody shotguns a beer well the first time. That's why universities created frats. Relax.
Thank you, Emerson. I appreciate it. I may or may not have dated 3 different frat guys from the same fraternity. So
Well, now you're making it worse.
they never taught me how to shotgun. Just saying.
I don't even know where to go with that right now.
I'm leaving that one
And then,
alone.
yeah, right. She wants to blame us. Yeah, she did. We could have taught her
Yeah.
easily enough, but you know.
Not at the same time.
I've got no comment on that. No comment whatsoever.
Yeah.
Better off.
Don't you cricket noise me. I also had a sugar daddy for 2 years. Are you going to cricket noise that too?
I'm gonna need you to simmer down now. Chew, where are you? Chew, come get this beer from this woman's hand right now because she's drinking too much of it.
She's done with that glass.
She got too much going on right now. Did you just finish that glass of beer?
No.
Is there more? Is there more beer in the bottle?
Yeah,
How much?
Saving that for Chew, though.
Enough for another glass.
it's here.
Oh, half a bottle?
Yeah, it's there.
Well, now it dropped. So
It dropped a little. Sugar daddy. Yeah, she is. She had a
That was fun, man.
she had a sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy, huh? When was
Just
that?
for like a year or so. It's fine.
What do you buy? You buy anything good?
Oh, he didn't have to buy her nothing, did he?
I mean, it's a sugar daddy. Usually buying something.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes. But
Wait, how old was the sugar daddy?
39.
Really? Oh, okay.
I
was
was
thinking,
I was 27.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
12
thinking
years.
like in 60s or 70s, a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
50s,
Well,
70s.
No, he had a lot more money than me. So, like, if I would go to visit for a weekend, I would be there. And if he got called into work or something, like, I'd be sitting there watching TV at his house, and he'd come back and he's like, "Hey, let's go out to dinner." And he would take me on his yacht out to an island for dinner or something. You know, like, it was stuff like that. Plus, he was built like a Greek god. He was gorgeous. So, just saying.
Oh, hey, Chew.
Yeah, he doesn't like it when I talk about this. I'm sorry.
I know, so I said, oh, hey, Chew. You're
Yeah.
supposed to look, but you didn't, so you know.
I'm sitting there looking around. Like, I don't even have like the right proper sound effects you can bring in at this point. I'm just like, I've got nothing here on my keyboard right now to even chime in.
What's your little damn That would be
Hey,
when you should have played there.
everybody lives their own life, so live your life, you know.
Well, she emptied the bottle.
Oh, yeah, nothing for Chew.
Oh, nothing for Chew.
It's still dripping. I gotta wait.
Yeah, I'm leaving that alone.
Right?
Is that
I
the
am
first
too, now.
time
Me too,
for you?
Dave. Me too. Me too.
Mm-mm.
Beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
Oh yeah, that's what we do here.
I still haven't heard my song.
Every Thursday. Every Thursday.
I don't usually get this drunk though.
It's your birthday weekend.
I know. I'm going overboard for that.
Times.
I don't usually do quite this much.
I feel like Chew's gonna walk in and be like,
Yeah, probably.
like, what are we talking about here tonight? I still don't know what movie that's from, but that's one of the funniest lines I think I've heard in a while. But that being said, some great beers, some great chat. I can't believe I'm caught up with comments and we still got like 20 minutes left or 16 minutes left. So
I have a news. I have beer news.
oh, fire away.
So Pink Boots Society had get-togethers in January and February to create a beer that is being released in the Chicagoland area. It's called Riveting Rouge. It's Irish red ale, and I helped make it. So
nice.
It's gonna be at Eris tomorrow. That's the one at Eris.
They're having a release party on tomorrow.
Okay, because I was thinking of going
in
tomorrow.
A lot of places for International Women's Day,
Mm-hmm.
but the label has like 3 women that are dressed like
Moulin Rouge.
Rosie the Riveter. So they're dressed like her, but there's like one that's Indian and one that's black, and that like I love that they're kind of branching out on it a little bit. Good.
I would have thought that you said Rouge would have been Moulin Rouge.
No,
like 3 women dressed from that would have been like I would have thought. But.
Yeah, so Riveting Rouge is an Irish red, and it's dry hopped as well. So I'm super excited about the release. I will be at Dovetail and Miskatonic tomorrow just for the release parties because it's my birthday, and I'm gonna,
What time is
Dovetail? Drink tomorrow, and he's gonna drive me around. So.
What time at Dovetail tomorrow? They said.
I'm not sure exactly what time the party starts. I have to.
I thought it was later in the day for Dovetail because I know like both of you have your birthdays. My mom's birthdays as well. So
yeah.
Oh, tell Mom happy birthday! Yeah.
And then I was going to stop at Eris on the way home, and then I saw that Dovetail was doing something also.
Oh, we might run into each other then.
Yeah.
That's super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so super exciting. Love that they're doing kind of this big release party for International Women's Day, and I helped make the beers. So if you try it, I helped. I'm very excited about this. I haven't done that before, so that's all new to me. And anyone in the Chicagoland area, I know JT is Chicago too.
Yeah.
Riveting Rouge. That is a beer that I helped make. So.
Riveting Rouge, Rosie the Riveter. There you go.
Yeah.
So it could have went either way because he had Riveter and he had Rouge. That's why I was thinking Moulin Rouge earlier.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, so that's how I'm spending my birthday is going to breweries and trying the beer that I made.
Is it going to be? Are they canning it, or is it just going to be on tap?
It will be canned and tapped at both locations. I know Miskatonic is doing both, and Dovetail should be doing both as well. So.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it looks to be a little bit of a celebration weekend.
Yes.
Turn around. Turn around.
I have no idea where that came from either from a movie. I gotta find out. I gotta find at some point, but yeah.
I appreciate you playing my favorite little clip.
Well, there you go. That's what we do. We get on here, we have a little fun time, and we enjoy. So.
And Dave, you had something to share too?
No.
Like you did when I was saying, "Hey, I have beer news." So I thought you had beer news.
I
too.
think I was waving or something. I don't know.
Oh. Just checking.
Yeah.
I felt bad because I thought I cut you off.
No, no.
Oh.
I was just waving.
So yeah, hopefully I'll run into you tomorrow.
That
I'm
would be
gonna take my
amazing.
mom
I
out for
haven't met
lunch.
you in person before, so
Yeah, because I know like tomorrow I'm supposed to take my mom out for lunch, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Then I'll stop at Eris because it's on the way home. So I know they were having something. So then cool.
So your mom's birthday is tomorrow.
No, it's
Same
on
as Mouse.
Saturday as well with
Oh,
yours.
so hers is mine. Okay, the
Yeah.
9th. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just tell her happy birthday. Great company. Great company.
She should get the deals just because it's the same birthday as Rod.
Yeah.
She should get Rod J deals too.
Oh,
yeah.
she
Start
does.
taking her
My
with you to buy beer.
My mom will find a deal.
See, it's in-
Maybe it's something with that day. It must be.
Like, oh, your birthday's the same day as Rod Jace? Okay, here's 75% off.
It just tends to happen, which is good. Who doesn't want a good deal?
Me on for $2.99. It's all yours. Take it off her hand.
So, Dave, anything upcoming on your show or your podcast next few weeks?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing more like Illinois beers. I'm going to talk to next week. That'll be out in a couple weeks. It's a family-owned hop farm in Colorado. So I'm going to talk to this woman who runs this hop farm and talk about different hops, the hop industry. I had just today, like a couple hours ago, a PR person from this woman-owned brewery in Phoenix that wants to come on and talk about their beers.
Oh,
cool.
cool.
I replied, I'm like, I've actually had their beers and they're really good. So yeah, I'd like to talk to them. So, we'll see. But, I'm trying to find my niche, and it just could be people just don't like my deal, which is fine. I mean, everybody has their own preferences, but I'm trying to get my niche. So I think I'm going to try to focus more on the Illinois market than instead of being everything to everyone.
Gotcha. No, but you do a good job on your YouTube channel and your podcast, and it's a growth period. It's kind of like, as going into next week, I would have the YouTube channel for 9 years now, which is kind of crazy to actually think about. But
That's crazy.
So I started like March, I think it was like 15th of 9 years ago.
Okay.
Because I'm drinking, I don't want to do the math right now, Vanessa. But 2015. But and it's just one of those things out there, and it's always trying to find your foot in. But it's funny sometimes when people think about when you do like a YouTube channel or a podcast, like people it's not an instant type thing that usually happens for most people.
No.
It's very rare if somebody kind of jumps off. So you're always trying to see where you're fitting at, get your location, get your feel.
I'll put out YouTube stuff and no one watches. I might get 10 people to watch it, but I'll put the same thing on TikTok and it goes huge. So it's just like you're trying to figure out, all right, well, what's the difference? It's the same content.
Which platform?
Yeah. So, and that's just me, I'm not the TikTok market, so I got to figure this out.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I kind of wonder that same things. Like TikTok's kind of a stop and go type place, but I feel like most of the people go there just because it's quick or whatever. But I mean, you still have 3-5 minute videos, whatever, on there.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Well, you can even go 10-minute videos now. I think on TikTok too. They increase it. Yeah.
But even on YouTube, because you'll have the shorts if it's 1 minute or less. If I do a 59-second video on a beer, I'll get a lot more views than if I did a 1 minute and 1 second review on the same beer.
No kidding.
And it's just
crazy.
It's weird. So I
found that out too.
Yeah, you're trying to find that sweet spot, and it's frustrating as hell sometimes, but you're still having fun. We're still enjoying it and drinking beer. So keep plugging along.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense because it's only a couple minutes longer or a couple seconds.
I pulled up the info on the Pink Boots thing. So the party at Miskatonics in Naperville starts at 5 p.m. The party at Dovetail starts at 4:30.
4:30. That's cool.
Yeah, 4:30 p.m.
Very good.
So just so you know, those are the start times for the two major parties. I know Tighthead's doing a big thing out here in Mundelein. They're having a big International Women's Day band and all the things too. So, but those are the two that we brewed at and everything. So
okay, cool.
Yep. Whew. My cheeks are rosy and I'm not laughing. So I think I've had a little too much beer.
No.
Can you have too much?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. You're kind of knocking that bottle out though. That's kind of funny. Just like I envision she's gonna walk in when like you take that last sip, but it's gonna be like, oh, it's all gone. She'd be like, God
Sorry.
damn.
Yeah.
There's some backwash here if you'd like some.
Yeah.
Actually, he would really enjoy this since it leaned saison by the end. So, I mean, it had two other things. Like, it had an imperial stout and a quad in it, the Belgian. So you got to think, but it definitely leaned towards the barley wine towards the end.
Yeah.
This is a 4-year-old bottle, so
Yeah. Well, hopefully you
Which
could
we
write a
take
review for
care of.
Chew because he won't get to have any.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
well, it's 9:55.
It's
His
getting
time
close.
is at 9.
Mhm.
He has to clean till about 9:30, so he should be home pretty soon here. And I still have quite.
Is he driving or is he at the
I
Uber?
just heard the door open. He just got home.
All right.
Just pour a little bit out for always eat.
Yeah, she shotguns the rest of the beer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
sorry,
no,
that's
I'm
empty.
wrong. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. That was the cat trying to get in.
That was the ghost.
Or the ghost. Or the
Yeah.
ghost.
No.
It was definitely the cat scratching at the door, trying to get in. I thought it was the door downstairs opening, but no, it's the cat.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he's
no,
not here
you
yet.
could, if you really wanted to, you could take like a separate small glass and just pour just a little bit out and set aside,
I mean, but
Poor
then
guy.
again,
Glasses up here on my
that's on Chew. That's on Chew, as Joe would say.
No, I
It's-
mean, I don't disagree.
Chew's got a time frame to get there. If he doesn't get there, it's on him.
I'm in my craft room. This is where I do crafting. I have no spare glasses in this room.
Cat wants to get
So
Chew
he's
as well.
he's out of
The
luck.
cat might. The cat might. The cat might want some as well.
Actually, the
That's right.
keys probably
But
do
now
want to
you need
get
two
shit
glasses,
but
not
they
just
can't.
one, two glasses. Save some for the cat also.
Yeah.
Fucking cats.
I'm surprised Emerson didn't hit us. Emerson didn't hit us with a question tonight. Usually, Emerson, you got a question for us tonight before we sign off here?
I know.
Because usually Emerson hits with some crazy off the wall, like, how did you come up with that type question? So
We got Lily.
I feel like it's late in the night now. He'd be asking those kind of questions.
but he's been drinking too. I don't know. He might be kind of buzzed himself.
No, that'd make it even worse, Rod. That'd make it even worse. A bit like Shannon on steroids.
Well, it looks like 76% is going to hold for people that do not drink the green beer. So
Well, everyone say hi to Lily because she came in to visit.
Hey, Lily.
Buddy.
it's first name Eli.
No, just Lily. When
Oh.
we got her from the shelter, her name was Laura, and that was weird.
Laura the cat.
Laura. Yeah, I didn't like that. So she's named Lily.
Does she answer to that?
Yes.
Yeah,
The cat's
Moira had two names. Her first name was Baby Girl, and her second name was Nancy. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna change that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much. Yeah.
But Sue and I have both been cat owners our whole lives. So like Lily she knows how to sit and she knows how to beg. She speaks when we say speak. She does high five and a few other little tricks and stuff. So
Because she flushed the toilet like Jinxie.
oh no, I'd rather she use the litter box. I don't want her on my toilet. No, I'd rather
Yes.
she use her own toilet, not mine.
Cat's on a toilet smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
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 Wait, what are you going
Reading the
what are you
paper.
barging in
Yeah.
for? The door's closed.
Close the door. You let the draft in.
Yeah.
That would be quite a trick because Chu and I both puff now. Like
Yeah.
we're trying to we got off cigarettes and we're trying to get off the puff now.
Yeah.
But if she gets a hold of cigarettes, she went out and bought them herself. I'm a little concerned at that point. So because we don't have them in the house
Yeah.
anymore.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But Mal, anything coming back on your channel, or I know you were looking to try to do some stuff at some point.
Yes, that is happening. However, I ran into a couple other little problems while I was trying to get that started again. So it's coming. Like life doesn't stop happening. As
It
much as
doesn't.
you like want your channel to do all the things that you want your channel to do, the normal life of work and existence doesn't stop existing. And I'm having trouble finding that balance at this point. So working on it, but it's not perfected just yet. So give us a little time, but we are going to get things up and running, mostly because I'd like to share with folks the process of us being interested in owning a brewery and how we go about that process of getting to that point.
Right.
I think
That'd be pretty cool.
Interested in. So showing off breweries, of course, we're still going to do that, and showing off beers, of course, is something we will still do. I will still stick to my guns on the. I won't. If I think a beer is bad, I won't put it on the channel. If I think a beer is good, I will tell people about it. So I'm kind of particular on that. Like, I don't promote beer that I'm not happy with.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Well, why do you think, like, for both of you then? Because, like, if I got a beer that's bad, I just do it because I don't want my people actually picking up that beer if it might be a bad beer. Like, I don't hold it against if it's good or bad. I just give my full view on it. I don't slam it real. I tell them, like, this is what I feel and this is how I'm looking at it, but maybe you want to give it a shot. But I'm just like, I feel like, I know there's some people, like some of my people that follow a viewer, like, conversations like that. Like, there's some people that do channels and they're like, this person's always positive about stuff. Like, they don't ever hate anything, so I can't really fully trust them on stuff. So,
So for us, we're actively selecting things that we want to promote.
Mm-hmm.
We're very specific on that. So we've been to breweries that we, had a nice time at, but we don't want to promote them because they're not either fitting the criteria that we're looking for or whatever else. So we're very specific on what we pick for what we promote. But at the same time, I don't feel that adding a negative voice to the world is helpful in general. I like showing the things that are good and not necessarily showing what's bad. It's just a personal preference, and that's fine. And I tend to be a very negative person, and she's been working on me because he's a very positive person in general. Like, he's always positive about most of the things in life.
Yeah, wait till he come home and find out there's no beer. You gotta be positive then.
But,
you've had for years.
Yeah.
But he's also trying to help me not see the negative in a lot of things. And I've been working on that personally, like my own self, for a long time.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to not focus on the negative. So with our channel, we made an active decision to not focus on negative. We always try to focus. If we find a thing we love, we're like, oh, we got to tell people because this is fucking awesome. And we get excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the choice that we actively made for the channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with that choice. I realize that it's not giving the full picture to people. I realize that we're not, letting people know that this brewery or that brewery has shit beer or this one has bad waiters or whatever. But people can figure that out on their own. At least they'll hear that this one place has fucking great beer.
Yeah.
Go try it. Oh my God. It's so exciting. Even if the staff sucks, the beer's great. It's like, we like sharing the happy. So that is our active choice to.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like when the pandemic hit, it's just like people are struggling to make a living. I don't want to sit here and say that this independent brewer down the street, this IPA sucked. So if it sucked, I just won't bring it up.
Yeah.
There's beers that I don't like, and the ones I talk about that I don't like are generally from like big corporations or a macro beer. But I'll never.
And I may have done that once or twice.
I'll never do like a local independent brewery. If I don't talk about them, then I don't. Maybe I don't like them, or Rod, you mentioned it earlier. There's certain things I'll say if I really like it, so if I don't say it, then maybe,
like the chilaquiles at Ravinia.
Yeah. I mean, with me, it's kind of like, when I do a review, I just do a review at the beer. Like, I don't know, sometimes I get beers, I don't know what that company is sometimes and what it is. And if I don't like it, I don't I don't go in and just be like, this is like the crappiest beer I've ever had in it, but I give reasons for why I don't like it. And so people can make their own decision. Like, this is not hitting for me because of this or whatever, but you can still try. I mean, one of the beers, probably the worst rated beer I ever had was when I got at Trader Joe's. And it was that one from, like their name tag classic, whatever it was. It was one I tried for one of their beers. And it was just like, yeah, this is like not great, but you know, it's a cheap beer. It might be something you just want to grab and just drink and not think about it, get your little buzz on. That might work for you type thing, but not something I would come back and actually try. Because I think there's a way you can actually position it. And it is a choice on how you want to do the channel and stuff, of course. But
that being said, I want to point out that people who choose other avenues, like to be like Siskel and Ebert, like straight up, this is good, this is bad. I have no issue with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to say that, you know, I disagree with what you're doing, Rod, because I think what you do is valued and valuable to people. So I don't want you to think that I'm like knocking you by saying
no
stuff. Just I choose not to because I have a negative personality in general, and I'm fighting that in myself. So I'm that's my own fight. So
I mean, you're usually pretty positive from all I know, I'd say, but I'm from Jersey, so I'm a dick. I'm from Jersey, so I'm a dick at times. People will tell you that. They're like, he's a dick, you know. Some of my best friends nowadays, they'll tell you the first time they met me, they thought I was a dick. That's just how it comes out sometimes. So yeah.
So I'm on an active journey to not be as negative as I was in the past, because that negativity actually did bring me a lot of heartbreak and a lot of negative situations to exist in. So it's a positive thing that I'm trying to think on the positive side. But, you know, like, I love when people come to me and say, oh, you haven't tried this face wash? It's super good. Try it. And I'll try the face wash. But if other people say, oh, that one face wash that you're using is total shit, I'll be like, oh, fuck. And then I'm like questioning all of my life choices because they told me my face wash sucked. You know, like
it's all preferences.
Negativity breeds negativity. Positivity breeds positivity. And I'm trying really hard to not be my mom. Sorry, that came out wrong. I know. I know she doesn't watch this long in the show, so I'm probably safe.
Wait, does mom watch the show?
On occasion.
Oh, shout out to mom! Shout out to mom! Yeah.
Well, I hope she didn't see that line. She watched on occasion. But yeah, I've had some traumatic things previously.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
And that plays into it as well too. So yeah,
has their own way of dealing with the world.
Yeah. So yeah, Emerson. So Emerson, me and Emerson, right? All right. So war breaks out, rolling blackouts. Beer is now sold in plastic gallon jugs. Ooh. You have a generator to run a DVD player and keep things cold like 5 gallons of beer, 3 go-to beers, and 3 go-to DVDs.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, I got this.
Well, fire away. Fire in the hole, Dave. Fire in the hole.
I'm going to go Sam Adams. No, I'm not going to go Sam Adams because I'll go Ravinia. Community Matters is one.
It's so good.
You really like that one. You really like that one. Yeah.
Sierra Nevada's Pale Ale because that's a staple.
Yeah.
And then I'll go with something from Revolution's Barrel Age program.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go Godfather Part 1, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and The Hunt for Red October. And I'm set.
Yeah, you crushed it on that one there. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so I'm going to be Scarlet Fire from Tighthead.
That's good.
I'm going to be I forgot the name of the beer. I need a light beer. I need a Pilsner from I forgot what it's called, from Scorched Earth. The Cubby Bear one, the Czech Pilsner that they have. Do you know the name, Dave?
I can't think of it.
It's like Hey Cubby or Hey.
Oh, the Cubby Blue? No, that's like Noon Whistle.
Oh, that was Noon Whistle. That was
yeah.
Noon Whistle. The Scorched Earth one. So that would be the Czech Pil. No, it's a Helles. I'm sorry, it's a Helles, not a Czech Pilsner. A Helles from Scorched Earth. The Scarlet Fire, which is a red from Tight Head, and then I would have the Mexican chocolate patio napper that I had earlier from Liquid Love, because those would be my 3 beers. And then I would have Labyrinth. I would have Never Ending Story and the Goonies.
The Goonies. You do like the Goonies. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes. Labyrinth, Never Ending Story, and the Goonies. Those would be my 3 DVDs, and I would be a happy camper.
There you go. Todd.
So I'm gonna start out with movies because beer wise, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But I'd be like Tombstone, Good Will Hunting, and probably Major League.
Oh yeah.
Just for something kind of like light and funny wish, like okay.
Yep.
Beer wise, one for sure would be probably gosh, I don't know. I guess me like not really sure. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't really care. Give me 3 beers. I don't really care, honestly.
All right.
Be stuck there with Miller Lite with Shannon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do. Yes, I drink.
So you have the light one figured. You have the middle and the dark one.
Let's see. I mean, on a regular like. Hang on. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Are you drawing a blank?
I have to think about it for a minute. Go ahead, Rod. I'll come back to my beer selections.
I see you push it off on me. So let's see here. 3 go-to beers, 3 go-to DVDs. So beer, 1, which they just released back out, which I still haven't gotten picked up yet. Stone Mocha IPA would be 1.
Yeah.
2 would be Golden Drop 9000, because that's just a classic for me along those lines.
Okay.
Number 3, man, number 3 would be a tough one there. But I'm just thinking overall, it might be like the Dragon's Milk Stout, just because.
Oh yeah.
But there's so many different variants of it. But I just think the regular Dragon's Milk Stout would be something that would hold me over there. And then as far
for sure.
Yeah. And then 3
specify if Chew was with me. If Chew was with me, I think the stout would have to be Dragon's Milk. He would be mad if I picked something else.
It would probably be either Dragon's Milk or Foreign Extra from Guinness, but I'm probably thinking more Dragon's Milk, because movie wise, 3 DVDs, 1, because like I think of a DVD you can watch over and over again and not get really too bored at, would be Remember the Titans. That would be one of them.
I was thinking that one also. On the cusp there.
After Remember the Titans, I'm probably
Adam's Family Values.
I was not thinking that.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
I'm going to say, this is a tough one here because there's so many.
1965 version of Romeo and Juliet.
I'm going to say Goodfellas. And I'm going to say number 3, which is a tough one. I'm going to say Josie Wales.
Oh.
So that's what I got there.
All right,
Todd, you got your movies?
I would say, which I don't know why I didn't say this to begin with. Zombie Dust would be 1.
All right.
Or 2 for
there
sure.
You go.
Just because that's like the first, sought after, untouchable kind of beer you used to get. Now you can find it anywhere you want to, but. And then Dragon's Milk for sure. like I said,
Yeah.
you said that. I was like, I was thinking now, so I was like, yeah, that would be for sure. Because that's just like even the original is just so good. And the third one, I'm just kind of like, I don't really know.
Well, it would be
Also, and I hate to
Shannon's.
say from the same brewery, but like Gumball Head from like.
Oh, Gumball Head. That's a lot of people like Gumball Head. Yeah.
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 That's
And
pretty,
I would almost
pretty
put
drinkable.
it just right there with Zombie Dust. Maybe even now above Zombie Dust. But
Interesting question there for sure. Yeah.
So he gave his example. Can I tell you a fun story about Voodoo Ranger Juice Force? It'll be quick, I promise.
I can tell you what, I did a review on Juice Force You talking about beers, like you talk about beers you may not like or like Juice Force, didn't hate it, but it was definitely the lowest of the Voodoo Ranger series for me.
So where my dad lives, it's a town of like 800 people, and there's a little bar there, and they got Voodoo Ranger Juice Force in. And they do a special one day a week where they have $2 16-ounce drafts. $2.
I like a deal.
My dad loves going there because they usually have a Lagunitas IPA of some sort on, and he's happy with the Lagunitas IPA. But they got the Juice Force in, and it's a 9.5%.
Yeah.
So my dad was there on one of their $2 days, and there were two little old ladies sitting in the corner, and they both ordered the Juice Force, and they had two of them in about an hour and a half. And one of the little old ladies got up to go to the bathroom, and she couldn't walk straight, and she was very confused because she didn't know what was happening, why she couldn't walk straight after 2 beers. And it was a 9.5%, and nobody told her because honestly, I don't think the bar understood what they had.
That's funny.
And they put it's not even 10 ounce. Like at our brewery, if we have something over 9%, we put it at 10 ounce pours, you know? We were doing 16-ounce pour.
Oh, geez.
At $2.
That's like my old Kentucky bars. I miss them.
Oh,
yes.
Woman's getting her freak on for $4 after that.
My dad recognized what was happening. Like he saw what was happening. He saw the beers poured and he saw them brought to the ladies, and he was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be funny," because he's a bastard. But
funny
yeah, he sat there and held on. And after a half hour, they ordered another one, so they each got a second one, and they weren't doing so good after two of them. I love it. I love when little town bars get these beers that they don't know what to do with. Really, that's super fun. So yeah,
he should have went. He should have went over. He should have went over and said, "May the force be with you."
Yeah,
I know. May the Juice Force knock you down.
My old spots.
Just go up and say, "How you doing?" Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. Well, they were like 20 years older than him, and he's 60s, so he wasn't going there. But still, you know.
I mean, some of the old spots like I had in Kentucky, they'd be like 25 ounce of a double IPA and put in a big thing. I'm like, you really don't need to serve it in this glass, but I'm not going to tell you that. You know, I'm thinking this in my head. I'm like, for $4.50, I'll go ahead and take it. I'll take it off your hands for you.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but so there's a town in Illinois called Pontiac. So my best friend lives in Bloomington, Illinois. It's south of here. And when we drive to her place, we always stop in Pontiac. It's usually because I have to use the bathroom before we've gotten there. But Pontiac has this little pub, and I go there, and they had the Not Your Dad's root beer like years ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
So when we went there, they had gotten a case of it, and they didn't know what to do with it. Like they had no concept of what this beer was. So they were selling it for $2.50 a bottle. And you could order a scoop of ice cream to go with it. So they were doing all the work for the scoop of ice cream on the root beer, but like not realizing what they had in stock. And I mean, it's just kind of fun to find these little towns that get this craft beer and don't know what the craft beer is yet.
Yeah.
Rod, what was,
No,
what was that
there's a
place
point
down
where
the
you won't
street
be able
where
to
you
do
used
that
to live in
anymore.
Kentucky? Buffalo Bob's? Or
It was
something?
Buffalo Bob's, and like all their taps pretty much like 25 ounce, and you'd have like some pretty
$4
good
or something?
decent beers, like $4 for 25. And like if
Yeah.
you'd have went into Cincinnati, like one, they wouldn't give you a 25 ounce
Yeah.
bottle, like a draft of like Rheingeist of Truth. It would have been like a 12 or 16 ounce, but it would have been like $7 or $8. But you go to this our little bar that we had there, and you get some wings on kind of, you're like, I'm living high off the hog right here at this place,
I remember
it
you
was
say you go down on Sundays, you're like, I'm drinking this for like $4. I'm like, what? What do you mean? It was like a 20-something ouncer. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, most people know what they're doing.
But I saw a few videos from there. Yeah, that's actually a place where I pretty much, me and another guy, we taught the bartender how to make their first black and tan, because they know how to make a black and tan. So we teach them how to make a black and tan when we were there and stuff. So yeah, it was a great little spot. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I missed those times. Yeah, that's also the place I had them do a drain pour of the Leinenkugel shandy.
Shandy?
Because I wanted the glass, but contractually they had to actually put Leinenkugel shandy in it. And I'm like, well, can't you do another beer and I'll just pay you for it? They're like, no, we have to do Leinenkugel in it.
Yeah.
And they did. I took like one sip and I was like, okay, you can pour it out now. And they're like, really? Like, yeah, I hate this shit. I just want the glass. I told you I just wanted the glass. And so,
You're right.
yeah. So she drain poured it for me. And then I got another beer. So, yeah. I just don't know why people like the Leinenkugel summer shandy. It's just not my. I mean, I know people. It's a taste thing, but it's like it's so sweet. Like I feel like it burns you out after a point. Like I just have a lemonade or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
No, I will admit, sitting by the pool though, it's not a bad thing to have. Like it's.
No, there's other choices. There's other choices.
Yeah.
I know there are other choices.
Yeah,
and
it's
if I have
still
other
bad.
choices-
I don't care if you're in the pool. I don't care if you're in the ocean. I don't care if you're in a fucking island paradise. There's better choices to be made.
if I go to Chu's sister's house, she has her own pool. She's gonna have Leinenkugel in the fridge. I'm sorry, that's just gonna happen. And
So there's a
honestly,
question,
I'll
right?
have a
As
shower.
Joe would say, that's on her.
Argue.
I'll bring my own shit. That's on her.
Yeah, so Rod, you show up at some place at her sister's pool or her sister-in-law's pool, and all they have is the shandy. Are you drinking her or no? You're going straight for the water instead.
Yeah,
or
I'm
are you
not.
sending me on a beer run? You might
Yeah.
send me on a beer run.
You're going to the beer
No, it's not
run
an
or
option. It's either that or you don't have nothing at all for the day.
I'm willing to bet he would send me on a beer run.
I was in a beer. I'm not drinking summer shandy. I'm just not drinking it.
Like,
That's-
I forgot my trunks. I got to run to Walmart, and I'll go
Yeah.
pick up something else. Yeah.
No.
Be like, oops, my glass fell in the pool again.
No.
I gotta go. I'll be back.
Now,
Oh,
Chu's
look what I found on the way.
Chu's sister understands our obsession with beer, and she realizes that sometimes we are going to run to the store and get something if we didn't bring something already. So she's pretty forgiving on it because she knows our obsession.
I'd be like, I thought you had some beer. She'd be like, we got summer shandy. I thought you had some beer.
Yeah, right. Like, where's the beer at?
Now, I will say, when I first got started on Instagram, it was like very first week on Instagram. Like I didn't know what I was doing yet, anything. I went to her house. She had a pool party.
Cheers, JT. Yeah.
Yes, cheers, JT. But she had a pool party and she had Leinenkugel's the summer shandy in the bottles. So I set one up by the pool and I took this picture of her pool with the bottle, like just a lovely photo. It turned out really good. And two of the people who have the last name Leinenkugel started following me, and I had only been on Instagram for a week, and I got really excited because Leinenkugel people were following me, and I was really like, oh shit, what's happening? It freaked me out a little bit. But I mean, since then I've learned what that actually means. But at the time I didn't understand. But I was really super excited when people whose last name was Leinenkugel actually followed me.
I was gonna say, besides those two, how many did you lose on the outside of that?
No, I didn't. Well, I had only been doing it for a week. I wasn't losing anybody yet.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's funny. I just did that Voodoo Ranger hard tea review, and they just so I did it, and I just had a comment come in from the Voodoo Ranger channel that they appreciated the review on it, which is kind of like I've done all these other Voodoo Ranger beers over the years, and you chime in on the hard tea. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Really? That's the one you focus on? Okay, sure.
You're right.
But then again, I'm like, I liked it better than the Fruit Force. So
Yeah.
yeah, but well, I think we're going to go ahead and get wrapped down here, unless anybody else has any final comments or anything like that.
Just
But
hope you do have a great birthday.
we appreciate that. Your mom as well, when you take her out to lunch and stuff tomorrow, and
I have an hour and 35 minutes till my birthday.
Woo woo.
yeah, well, you're out behind us, so that is true.
Your reaction, that helped.
Yeah.
Because I put the arms up and everything. You got there with woo woo.
She is going to be having her birthday tomorrow. I will have my birthday on Saturday. And again, for those of you that may have not seen earlier, there we go. Little happy birthday banner there. I should have put some music with it, but I didn't have time. Which is, I felt bad because I'm like, well, it's not Todd's birthday. So Todd's like, what the fuck? I don't get anything for my birthday. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm sorry, Todd.
That's
Like,
all
you
by
know,
myself, so it'd be all
Yeah.
When's Todd's birthday?
You know.
this is just a new thing that we just did. So
When
it just
is
happens.
Todd's birthday?
When is your birthday?
September 1st.
There you go.
Or sometimes Labor Day weekend, so you never know.
Yeah.
Your
Which will be
Labor Day
another
weekend on Memorial Day weekend. So
Oh,
There
you're
you go.
Memorial
yeah,
Day?
we bookend the summer. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So we're
Wait,
smacked.
what date, Dave?
Yep.
What date?
Oh, the 30th.
30th of May?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Emerson. Appreciate you, homie. Yeah, so well, there'll be more celebration on those weekends. Those are holiday weekends too, so we'll be drinking, I'm sure, too, when those come around. But
Get up.
yeah, my
Days
wife
off
keeps
that-
asking me, like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, you know, at a point, I was never really as much as a huge birthday person after I got like to adulthood, but it's just like, I don't know. Like at this point, just fucking peace and quiet and just put my feet up and drink a beer. Like, that's all I need. Like,
Or give me some beers. Just
Yeah.
go buy me some beers, you know.
she's like, you want to go to dinner or do anything? No, not really, because I don't really deal with people. I just want to kind of just chill and just like sit back and relax type thing, you know.
Hey, right there you go. Just tell her to buy you a 6-pack of mix and match.
Yeah,
Her
well, she's,
choice.
you know what?
Her choice,
She's
though.
like, well, she always say like, I'm like one of the pickiest persons to buy for. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like I'm kind of like, if I want something, I just get it.
Beer though, are you right?
She wouldn't know what beer to get. I mean, I pick her beer out when we go to places. Like we order stuff.
That'd be kind of the fun part of it. Is like just let her pick the 6 beers and.
Oh, she would worry about bringing me the wrong beer and be like, oh, I don't like that beer. I mean, I'm just I told you I'm from Jersey, so I'm a dick at times. So I just it's the way that's the way I was built. I was built this way. I can't help it.
Yes,
so.
yes. I mean, still a beer for birthday. Like, how can you be that mad about it?
Yeah, I mean, I would drink it probably unless it was like some.
Well, yes.
She wouldn't get any crap type beer. So I'd probably drink it. She would know it'd be craft beer or something. But it's just like, I'd be like, you got an IPA, but it's like 6 months old. Did you not check the date? Like, I'm not that dickish about it, but
I don't know. Are you though?
Thank you to Emerson and Trez.
I would look at it, but I wouldn't say anything like the guy that tried to say the thing with the mouth. Like, I wouldn't say it. I would just maybe look at it like, this is a little old, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to enjoy it, right? Like, you know.
Why ain't you drinking that one yet? Because it's made last year. I don't want to drink that one.
It's like Eric's been a 6-year-old Brooklyn beer that he got that time. Like,
I don't want that one. I don't know. I don't want it.
It's like he's like, I don't know about this, but we're looking at it like, yeah, that beer does not look good. Like, what's the date on it? It was a 6-year-old beer he got from this beer store from Brooklyn. And oh my god, it was terrible. But Brooklyn did hook him up with some stuff to make up for it. But yeah, so you got to check with your beer stores. You know, some of these beer stores don't care either. They're selling some bad product. That being said, we'll go ahead and sign off. Happy birthday to Mal. Happy birthday to me.
Birthday, guys.
Thanks for everybody that hung out.
I'm gonna be 40. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm over. That was like 15 years ago for me, but okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm getting the 4-0. That's
Barry,
important,
that's
right?
big.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big. I mean, it's.
Y'all reacted poorly for that, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I
We were
mean, it's
trying
kind
to
of
think
like
that far back.
That was a long time ago
Yeah.
for us. So,
it's
you
like
know.
been there, done that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like.
Important to me.
Well, good for you. And
Just
Dave,
keep
happy
in mind.
birthday to your mom too, as well.
And I don't look 40, so bonus.
Yeah.
There, oh yes, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about there. So I mean,
I wrinkle.
each year we get a little bit older, but you
Not a
know,
day older than 39.
yeah.
God, you're no help.
I just season them out. I'm just season.
That shirt helps out. What was that Liquid Love that helps you out there too? So that's a good shirt. Yeah,
I like the shirt. It's cozy.
yeah. You should wear that drinking a maple stout. I think you fit right in. So there you go.
I look like a Canadian. I should have something maple, but I don't like the maple beer.
You should. Ooh, don't tell Shane that.
Oh,
Don't tell
Emerson,
Shane.
thank
There you
you.
go.
Thank you.
Emerson getting that last comment in. They're gonna be asking for your phone number again. So don't get them too hyped
He
up.
always asks for my phone number, but he never actually asks me where I can actually give it. I can't just randomly see it on the internet. I know better than that.
Emerson has all our
Even
numbers.
after this much, I know better than to say my phone number on the internet. Just
So
say
how much is left in that glass now?
None.
Hold on. Let's see if there's any left in the bottle. No,
I thought you emptied the bottle.
Let's see.
But she's looking for a little
much.
extra. Oh, I was saying.
Oh, yeah. She's not gonna make it. She's drinking some more. Chu's not making it. So sorry, Chu. As Joe would say, that's on you.
It was so good 4 years ago. You should have had it.
Speaking of which,
Very good 4 years ago, and it's even better now.
before I sign off, shout out to Joe with the Beer Patrol. We had a great time last Saturday doing a collab together,
Love
talking
it.
about the February beers. That was a pretty fun time. So
I
that
still need to watch that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I need to watch it too.
we had a good time. It's been a while. You were at the festival, yeah. But
She just commented.
what did Chu say? Say the last tip for Chu. You better hurry up because it's going. I don't think you're gonna make it.
Sign
I don't
up
think
before he gets home because we don't want to.
No one else went there? Really? No one went to the Save the Last Sip for Me? No? Save the Last
Yeah.
Dance for Me? No?
I don't think you're gonna make it, Chu. I don't think you're gonna get that last sip.
I need music people. God damn it.
I was gonna say you're so musical at times, like nobody understands it.
Oh.
Maybe Shannon, but
Sad face.
You understand the words coming out of Mal's mouth? Yeah, there you go. All right, y'all. We are out. Happy Thursday, happy weekend. You guys have a great one out there, and we will catch up with you next week. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.